What up? What up? What up? We in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. If you a Lord Brunson fan, this is called Lunchtime with the Bullies.
Right.
If you one of them Fisk unit soldiers, this called one of them fire and range episodes, one of these live sessions. You know the vibes, man. We got a room full of Fisk unit soldiers and a room full of bullies right now. Ain't nothing nice about to happen. Ain't nothing
Nothing
nice
nice
about
can
to happen.
nothing nice can happen. How many people we got in the stream? I can't see. I can't see from mine.
So far we still loading up. We got the 32 that's waiting, and then we got the new that's coming in.
Okay. We live though, right?
No. Oh yeah, we definitely live. Oh no, everything being heard, recorded, and archived, baby. We live.
Okay, so listen. While people waiting, they're gonna come. They're gonna come regardless. While people waiting, what the hell was you talking about? You was talking about Philly, right? You said a
Right.
lot of crazy. Listen. I saw that Wendy Williams ass episode you put up, bro. It was too emotional, Fisk. It was too emotional. It was too emotional, and it was also false. It was false. A lot of false
What?
information, man.
What
A
false
lot of false
information?
information. Philly dirty. Do you know New York is overrun with rats? Do you know New York is one of the dirtiest cities in America?
Y'all dirty though. I've been to Philly. Y'all hold the air dirty. It smell dirty. I've been
You
to
can't.
Philly multiple times.
You can't. Listen, New York was literally just ground zero for COVID. It spread like wildfire out there. You want to know why? Because it's dirty out there. It's dirty out there. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Go ahead. What you saying?
Okay. Oh no, I'm just saying, all my video was facts. You can't dispute the Meek Mill slander, can't dispute the Will Smith slander, can't dispute the Rocky slander.
How are you slandering people that's up? It's not an actor from New York bigger than Will Smith. Tell me his name. Unless Leonardo DiCaprio from Philly or Denzel Washington, from New York. Unless Leonardo or Denzel from New York is not a actor bigger than Will Smith from New York.
Robert De Niro. How about that?
Not big, not a bigger box office draw than Will Smith. No.
Hold on, time out. Wait a minute. Sylvester Stallone is from New York. The biggest character in Philly history came from New York.
Sylvester Stallone is not a bigger box office draw than Will Smith.
I mean, not now, but in the 80s,
not ever.
What?
Not ever.
The Rocky movies, Rambo.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We talking about now. Who get paid more per film? Who's the biggest box office draw? So that also is far. You could talk about the entanglement. That ain't got nothing to do with you, me, the Giants, or the Eagles. You could talk about that all you want. Now let's get to what you said about basketball. You talked about
don't come here trying to defend your Sixers. You know your Sixers is trash. Don't defend them.
Hold on. Okay. Let me talk about it then. Who got the best record in the NBA right now?
We a weekend.
All I got to do just one answer. That's all I want to ask you. One answer. Who got the best record in the NBA right now? You can't justify facts. Who got the best record in the NBA right now, Fisk?
LB. You know what? Let me ask you a question.
Matter of fact, he don't want to answer it. Y'all can just put it in the comments.
Let me ask you a question.
Brooklyn. No, I'm not done because this basketball thing really crazy to me. You screaming all this New York stuff yesterday. You talk about Brooklyn. How is it so convenient that you and the rest of the whole city and state of New York like to forget about the Knicks, who have been undoubtedly trash for 15 plus years?
Now, wait a minute. Time out. Pause. Hold on.
The Knicks got a bigger fan base than Brooklyn. Why you ain't talking about the Knicks?
Hold on.
Right to Brooklyn, an expansion team.
Wait a minute. Time out. First of all, the biggest hip hop artist of all time is Jay-Z. Jay-Z brought the Nets to Brooklyn, so they New York certified. That's number one. Number two, the Knicks looking good right now. Knicks looking good right now.
That's only in your mind. Nobody is looking to sell out the Barclays Center. People are looking to sell out Madison Square Garden.
No. I'm gonna argue that. I won't argue that, but you can't tell me once we all vaccinated, people not gonna pay their money to see Kyrie and KD. The Barclays gonna be sold out. I would have preferred the Knicks, but the Barclays gonna be sold out.
The Knicks been selling out for years though.
But here's the thing: you gotta understand.
What NBA team means more to New York? The Knicks or Brooklyn?
No. You're right about the Knicks. What I'm saying is, this was a New York versus Philly. Last time I checked, Brooklyn is part of New York. That's a borough in New York. That's the same thing like, oh, you Philadelphia people, oh, I'm north side of Philly. I'm from the south side of Philly. It's the same thing.
But this the difference. This was different about Philly and New York. We got one basketball team. We got one football team. We got one baseball team. Meaning that no matter what part of the city you go to, is always going to circle around one or just one. You got it convenient. A lot of these New York fans. Y'all got it convenient.
You know why you only got one? Because you small. You insignificant. You not New York.
What are you talking about? Do you know?
That's why.
Do you know? So Philly not in the top 10 in populations as far as U.S. cities.
You're not in the top 10 destinations in this country. I tell you that much. I can name 10 places I would ever live.
I didn't say destinations. I said populations.
Man, Cleveland got a big population. Nobody want to go there.
Cleveland got a big population and nobody want to go there.
So population don't
Philly,
count.
New York. I don't know. I know Philly got a bigger population than Cleveland. Cleveland got one. The reason why you got more than one basketball team is because how big your city is.
More than one football team, more than one baseball team, because it's New York. New York is better than Philly. Everything in Philly is second-rate New York.
Are you from New York? Are you from?
I ain't lived in New York in 10 years. I ain't lived in New York since fifth grade. Fifth grade was the last time I was in New York. I'm from a lot of places. I lived in New York for 7 years. 7 years.
So you did. Okay, so
7 years. Kindergarten through fifth grade. Kindergarten through fifth grade.
You're not even from New York. You're not from New York.
Kindergarten through fifth grade is a good sample size. Family there. I go there every year for vacation. Well, not for vacation, but holiday. We rotate.
Have you ever while you lived in New York, have you been to a Giants game? No.
Have I been to a Giants game? No.
From kindergarten to
been to a Yankee game, been to a Yankee game, been to a Knicks game, never been to a Giants game. No.
You're not from New York, Fisk. You're not from New York.
But you live in Virginia. Well, time out. No. You're not gonna do that. You live in Virginia, repping Philly. How you gonna come at me for living in Carolina, repping New York?
What you mean, Fisk, what you talking? I got a tattoo of the state of my arm, Fisk. I was born in Temple University Hospital in Philadelphia. I went to high school in Temple.
I showed you a picture of my office. I got navy blue giant walls.
I went to high school in Philly, Fisk.
I showed you a picture of my setup.
I knocked my first person out in Philly. I went to high school in Philly, Fisk.
I showed you a whole picture of my setup with my new computer.
I was already Fisk, but you're not from New York, though. That's the point that I'm making, though. You're not from New York.
Whoa. So how long you got to live in the state to be there? How long you got to live in the state to be from there?
Kindergarten.
How long you got to live in the state?
Kindergarten to 5. Fisk, this is the general consensus, Fisk. If you went to high school there, you could say you're from there.
Oh, come on, bro. That don't make no sense.
Bro.
That don't make no sense. That's like me saying, okay. Hold on, time out. Whoa.
You over 30. You have not lived in New York City. Where'd you go to high school at, Fisk? Where'd you go to high school at?
North Carolina. When's the last time you lived in Philly? When's the last time you lived in Philly?
From North Carolina.
When's the last time you lived in Philly?
When's the last? 2009 when I went to the military. 2009.
So you ain't lived in Philly in 10 years. You ain't lived in Philly in 11 years. You ain't lived in Philly in 11 years, man. Street signs done changed. Stores done closed. That's a different place.
What they got to do with anything?
You reminiscing on old times just like me. Whether it's me not being in New York in 10 years or you not being in Philly in 10 years, it's the same thing.
It's the difference. No, it's not the same thing. I'm explaining to you the difference. When it's a family gathering, like when my mom just cooked Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, all of that stuff, it took place in Philly. I'm 2 hours from Philly, Fisk. It took place in Philly. My mom lived in Philly. My grandma and my grandpa live in Philly. I can go to Philly and go to a specific block where I don't even introduce myself.
First of all, you know what? Authentic got a point. Authentic got a point. It ain't Authentic got a point. Authentic has a point. Forget this.
do.
Forget where you from. Forget where you from. It's about what we repping right now. It's about what you claim. It ain't about where you from. It's about what you claim. Forget all that. You explain your boy Doug Peterson tanking, because all I hear from Philly fans. Explain your boy tanking on live TV. Let's get to the point. Explain your boy tanking on live TV.
Hold on. We're not gonna skim over this because your last video was pretty spicy about the differences between New York and Philly. Now I can tell you the differences because I'm from one of the spots. You're not from either one. But we could jump into the tanking. What's your thoughts on the tanking? What do you want me to tell you about the tanking? How do you?
My thoughts is this. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is, if you're gonna tank the game, tank it from the first quarter. Don't play 3 quarters, try to win, and then pull your stars. You played everybody. Doug Peterson, his own team don't like him. You Philly fans is out here defending the man that your own team don't even support him.
I'm not defending him.
Miles Sanders, Hurts, Jason Kelsey, Seth Joyner.
I just made a video saying he need to be fired. I'm not defending that man.
So, but you defending the tank.
I'm saying I'm not defending the tank. This is my position. You only upset about the tank because it didn't get your team into the playoffs when y'all should have been focusing on winning more than 6 games in the season. When the last time the Giants went to the playoffs?
You jeopardize the integrity of the sport. You jeopardize the integrity of the sport.
The Pittsburgh Steelers had the opportunity to make sure the Browns don't go to the playoffs. They in the same division. It would have been no skin off their back to just eliminate the Browns and have them living in sorrow again. Why are we not?
And they tried for 4 quarters. With the players they had out there. They didn't play Ben Roethlisberger for 3 quarters and then bench him for no reason. Was
Jalen Hurts playing well?
He had 2 rushing touchdowns. It should have been a tie game if
was he playing well?
Yes.
Was he playing well?
Yes, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, and he should have had 17 points on the board. It should have been a tie game. And if your wide receiver,
you want to know why he didn't put more points on the board? Doug played aggressive in the beginning of that game, trying to win that game. He played very aggressive. Went for it on 4th down in the red zone. Jalen Hurts missed a wide open dude in the end zone. The Redskins probably would have lost the game had that 4th down been converted. It would have been a touchdown. So we're not going to sit here and act like that y'all deserve to go to the playoffs because y'all 6-10.
Chat, did I mention the Giants one time? Chat, did I mention the Giants one time about the tanking thing? It's bigger than that. The principle of the situation is, on national television, the last game of the season, your guy tanked. We are going through.
Where's your principles? Where's your principles?
The whole team practice. You made this whole team think that they was going to win, and you tanked.
Where was your principles? Where was your principles when you was making videos last year saying y'all should tank? Where was your principles when y'all had 3 top 10 draft picks?
But we went out there and beat Washington week 16. Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns.
Where was the principles then? Listen.
We had principles. We beat Washington in overtime. We gave away Chase Young to beat Washington in overtime. What you talking about?
When did you start? When did you start your YouTube channel?
I started my first YouTube channel in 2017. The first.
Y'all haven't been to the playoffs. Y'all haven't been to the playoffs since you've been on YouTube. Where's your principles?
No. I started my channel the boat year trip. My first video was like one of the boat trip videos. That was the year. So I was on YouTube to rant about the boat trip video. Yeah. So yeah, one time.
When was the last time y'all been to the playoffs, Fisk?
That would have been the 2016 season. That would have been the 2016 season.
When was the last time y'all won a division?
2011.
Do you know that y'all have had 3 straight top 10 picks? Do you know that y'all are habitual tankers?
We're not habitual
the New York Giants. What are you talking about? Fisk, did you see my last video?
Never tanked.
Who never tanked?
No. Talking about what the fans. No. Your paperwork. I saw your paperwork. Talking about what the fans are talking about and what the team is doing is 2 separate things. The Giants.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you. That's where a lot of y'all go wrong at though, Fisk, by thinking that. That's the temperature. That's the aura around your fan base. Is should we tank or should we not? Tanking always been in the conversation for the last 4 or so
you really
years
want to take
when you're talking about New York Giants.
That's where you want to go? That's where you want to take it?
No,
fine, let's take it there.
It's the facts.
The aura of Philadelphia is trying hard to the bitter end. So what? We don't have wide receivers. Carson Wentz go win the division anyway. So what? Carson Wentz get hurt. Nick Foles go out and win the Super Bowl anyway. The whole mantra of Doug Peterson's Philadelphia Eagles is being the underdogs and never giving up. And then with a quarter to go in the last game of the season, you pull your quarterback? No, y'all quit.
Nobody's
y'all
doing nobody's doing nothing to benefit the Giants. I'm sorry. We don't care about the Giants.
But what does this have to do with the Giants? It's not about the Giants. It's about
they got
integrity.
everything. Listen,
about your integrity.
I'm gonna tell you why it has everything to do with the Giants. Because if the roles were reversed, if the Washington football team had to wait on us to beat y'all so they could get in, they would be out the playoffs too. And we wouldn't hear this much about it. Being as though the Giants listen, New York need a win so bad. This Joe Judge era crap. Y'all forget the fact that y'all 6-10. Get your own self in the playoffs. Don't worry about what.
It has nothing. It's nothing to do with the Giants. It could have been the Cowboys. It doesn't matter. You're making this about the Giants. It's not about the Giants. The point is,
it's
your
clearly
team.
about the Giants. It's clearly about
your
the Giants.
Team threw a game. That's the point. Your team threw a game.
Y'all the ones upset. Y'all the ones upset.
We're not the only ones upset. There's a lot of people. Your own team upset.
Arguably, we threw the last 4 when we benched our franchise quarterback. We went 1-3 down the stretch.
What you mean your franchise quarterback? That got us the bump, or we getting the Wentz? Because I told you Wentz was trash. You came on my channel over the summer. You tried to defend. I told you he was trash.
Listen, Carson Wentz got more wins than your whole team do in the last 4 years.
Oh, you want to talk about the last 4 years? No. Why you want to talk about the last 4 years?
4 years.
Don't end there. You got 1 Super Bowl. My team got 4. Eli Manning. Eli Manning got more Super Bowls by himself than your whole franchise. Eli Manning got more Super Bowls on one hand than your whole franchise.
You're 21-51. You're 29-51 in the last 4 years.
And we got the same amount of Super Bowls last decade. Let's talk about it. Okay, LB, yeah, you're right. We the worst team in the league, but got the same amount of Super Bowls as you.
This is my point. My point when I'm saying this is that you guys always are bad. So don't act like you deserve to go nowhere.
You're always trash.
How we always trash?
Bro, you had a 3-year stretch with Nick Foles, and now you think you nice? You had a 3-year stretch with Nick Foles, and now y'all think you're nice?
You haven't won a division in 9 years, bro.
But we got the same amount of Super Bowls last decade, though. Last 10 years, who got more Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls we got last 10 years?
It doesn't matter.
How does that matter?
It doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. What matters is you haven't won a division in 9 years, and you thought this was going to be your time.
No. We won a division in 2016. No, that was Dallas. Never mind. That was Dallas.
Yeah.
The point is, we both got 1 Super Bowl last decade. How many Super Bowls you get in the 2000s, LB? Said you want to talk about franchises and habitual losers. All y'all known for is losing.
We've been to the same amount of Super Bowls as y'all have in the last 20 years. We've been to 2.
Whoa. And guess what? My team got 2. Your team got 1. And we've been to 3 for the record. We're 2-1. We've been to 3 because don't forget, we lost to the 2000 Ravens. So my franchise, historically speaking, is more successful than yours. So you could talk about the last 4.
Your franchise. Hold on. But is it really your franchise? According to you, you're not a fanboy though. Is it really your franchise though? Am I talking?
I'm not just no. I'm not a fanboy, but I'm a fan. I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan. I'm not a fanboy, but I'm a fan.
Stop saying my team then. Stop saying my team then.
It's fine.
Stop saying it's not your team then. It's not your team then.
It's
not your team then. Because Fisk, at the end of the day, this is the cruel reality, Fisk. This is the cruel reality. You still got a team in the playoffs, right? Because you got more than 1 team, right? you still got a team in the playoffs.
My side piece
team. The Saints still playing this weekend, I think.
My side piece in the playoffs, that's a fact. They're gonna put hands on Trubisky. My side piece in the playoffs, that's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So for you to even be this upset when you already got a backup plan, most Rell fans don't have a backup plan.
I'm mad because you jeopardized the integrity of my favorite sport. Doug Peterson jeopardized the integrity of my favorite sport.
And the Giants didn't jeopardize. The Giants didn't help build this type of tanking culture. Listen,
but we've never tanked.
I'm gonna clear the air.
Brunson, name the game we tanked, Brunson. Name the week 16, 17 game we tanked. Name it. I'll wait. Name it.
Y'all tried to listen. I'm trying to tell you right now. Y'all tried to tank for Chase Young last year.
How when Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns in Washington? If we wanted to tank, we would have benched him like you did. If we wanted to tank, we would have pulled Daniel Jones in the 4th quarter like y'all did.
Was your fan base mad that you won the game or not?
I wasn't, because Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns. It's the future of our franchise. And you know what? Every Giants fan, you know what, Lil Brunson,
Did you want the Giants to tank? Did you want the Giants to tank
Hold on,
last year?
time out. How about this? I'm about to give you your biggest L of the. I'm about to give you your biggest L of the stream. What my Giants did, what my Giants did last year. Every Giants fan hung their hat on that 5 touchdown overtime win by Daniel Jones. Chase Young be danged. We hung our hat on that victory when we said Daniel Jones is our guy. Eagle fans could have hung their hat on Jalen Hurts' fourth quarter comeback versus Washington. Draft pick be danged. But guess what? Y'all decided
Have you ever made a video saying your team should tank? Have you?
I said lose.
Made a video?
Of course. What?
Fisk,
first of all,
you said tank. So for you to be talking about the culture of the game, if you was the head coach, you would tank. So
but you do it from the first quarter. You don't try for 3 quarters and then pull your players.
Come on, bro.
Do it from the first quarter.
Now for the record, I am documenting and saying that I believe in going out there and winning every game. I cold-heartedly believe it. So what Doug Peterson did, if it was tanking, he was dead wrong for that. But I got a problem with you saying that tanking is bad when you got videos saying that y'all should tank. I'm confused. If you was a coach, you would tank.
Answer this question.
You would do what Doug Peterson allegedly did then. I don't
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. If I play a game, I'm playing the game.
So why make a video and saying you would do it then?
Because at the end of the day, GMs and owners tank, not coaches and players. Did you see what the Jets did? The Jets went out there and fired their defensive coordinator for doing a bomb blitz on a Hail Mary play because those players and that coaches want to win. I don't want to do 14 with my players and coaches want to lose. That's a loser's mentality.
You just made a video last year saying y'all should tank. You got a loser's mentality. What are you talking about?
Did you see my reaction to Daniel Jones throwing 5 touchdowns? All we had to do was lose that game in Philly, and we would have had the second, not Philly, in Washington. We would have had the second pick in the draft. But I said, you know what? I'm glad Daniel Jones went out there and threw 5 touchdowns because he proved that my guy, that he's the guy going forward. I went into the whole offseason excited about my quarterback because of that 5 touchdown game.
Do you still feel like he the guy moving forward?
Yes. Daniel Jones showed up and got it done yesterday. Daniel Jones showed up and got it done on Sunday versus the Cowboys. He didn't fold. He didn't tank on a bad leg. He went out there and got it done. Bottom line.
Bro, bottom line. This will really bother me about the
Hold on, time. I'm not done yet. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, LB. One more thing, LB. Before you go, LB, one more thing. The point I'm trying to make to you is this. As a fan of the team, forget the tanking right now. As a fan of the team, would you not felt better about your offseason, knowing you're about to trade Wentz? Would you not have felt better about Jalen Hurts if he had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington? Yes or no? Would you not have felt better if he would have had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington? Yes or no?
He wouldn't have had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington.
So you think Jalen Hurts
that game regardless? I don't think we was going to win the game.
He threw a pick right after you put in Sudfeld. Jalen Hurts would have took that ball and done something with it.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, unreal. So you don't even like Jalen Hurts. You like any of your quarterbacks? So I guess that's not what I'm saying. But I'm here to tell you that Jalen Hurts was playing bad. He was playing bad. Only way. So yeah, y'all want to drop balls? Was due to his legs. Jalen Rager can catch. Tell me Jalen Rager can catch. Answer that. He wasn't completing no passes either, though. On the flip side. But Jalen Rager on no dudes. I don't even know who your receivers was in that game. I don't even know. Exactly my point. Them dudes was trash in that game. And Jalen Hurts still had you in position to win. That's how good Jalen Hurts is. I think he's better than Wentz. And Jalen Hurts still had you in position to win the freaking game. Okay. So what's your point? My point is, you asked me what I had felt better if Jalen Hurts would have finished the game. Yeah, I would have felt better if he would have finished the game. I would have felt better. So there you go. So why are you justifying taking them out? I'm not justifying taking them out. I'm trying to understand why y'all so mad. You agree with me then? He should have played the whole game. He should have played the whole game. I agree with that. What I don't agree with is that you, a guy who is you're pro tanking. Clearly, you are pro tanking. Whether you want to believe it or not, you made videos saying your team should do it. What you mad for?
This is the shit.
Yeah,
that you
but
like
that doesn't mean I want. But here's the thing, though. Guess what? If my players, I tell you what, if my players, because you know what, you're from Philly, you're a 76er fan too. So all you know is tanking. Your whole life is the process. Your whole life is a process. You know what I respected about the 76ers? You know the one thing I respected about the 76ers? I love the fact that MCW and Nerlens Noel and Evan Turner was sitting there crying and sad on the bench because they kept getting pulled because Sam Hinkie wanted to tank. I like the fact that Brett Brown was looking stressed on the sideline because he wanted to win games, but Sam Hinkie said no. If your front office wants to tank, God bless. But if my coach and my players are losers, I don't want them there. I don't want them there. Through the whole process, none of them 76er players wanted to tank. Brett Brown never wanted to tank. I want my players to go out there and play hard and want to win. If the front office wants to sabotage them, that's one thing. That's one thing. But I don't want losers in my locker room.
Okay. So what was your point in making a tank video? Like, what was your point of basically saying y'all should tank last season? Then this was when y'all had Daniel Jones
because we was like 1-10, whatever we was. We was like 1-10. I was rooting for the team.
So, dude, I vividly remember you rooting against your team, so y'all can have bad.
Didn't I say I wanted Chase Young? But guess what? I wasn't rooting against. So you think I didn't root against Daniel Jones to lose that game versus Washington? I couldn't wait for Daniel Jones to beat Washington. I don't care about Chase Young at that point. At that point, my team is playing. It's Sunday afternoon. Daniel Jones got 4 touchdowns. We're going into overtime. I hope he wins the game. Bottom line.
You can't have it. Fisk, you can't have it both ways, and you can't slick talk me, man. I'm not one of them dudes.
What do you mean I can't have it both ways?
No right you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You have no right to disagree with tanking. You like the tank. You are a tanker. The only person now I don't know about I haven't watched any of Bad Dogs or I haven't watched the videos that got tank in the title, but there's only one Giants content creator, and I know this gonna eat you alive, who I know for a fact want to win every game, and that's Kai Pizzle. For a fact. Never heard Kai Pizzle say nothing about no tanking. Never heard me say nothing about no tanking. If Doug Peterson decided to tank, that's why he got to deal with this shitstorm he got to deal with. He got to deal with the players not believing in him. If he didn't, if that was a tank move, then he deserves what's happening. But in reality, nobody knows if it was a tank move or not.
At the end of the day, let's rephrase the word. Let's rephrase the word. Let's not use the word tank anymore. Because if Doug Peterson and the Eagles wanted to tank, they wouldn't have played Jalen Hurts in the first place. How about this? Don't throw a game.
How about this? If you want to tank, if you don't want to tank, you never bench Carson Wentz.
But Jalen Hurts is better than Wentz. Wentz was garbage.
Bro, nobody.
Oh, go ahead, defend Wentz.
Nobody knew. Hold on. Nobody knew what Jalen Hurts was going to bring to the table. And he 1-3 anyway. Nobody knew what he was going to bring to the table. The season was over in everybody's minds when that rookie took over against the number 1 offense, the number 1 defense in the New Orleans Saints. The season was over. Everybody said we was hanging it up. That's a move you make when you want to tank.
Hold on, time out, LB.
What do you mean? How was the season
wasn't over? Because if you beat Dallas last week, you could have won the division on Sunday. Had you beaten Dallas last week, you could have won the division on Sunday. So how was it over?
You're right, Jeps. But we wasn't even thinking that far ahead coming into.
That's because Wentz was trash. Because Wentz was trash. That's because he was trash. He gave y'all no hope.
Okay, but we took Wentz out of the equation though. We take Wentz out of the equation. Nobody didn't think that Jalen Hurts was going to win out. Nobody thought that.
Whoa, time out. Hold on. What do you mean? Wait.
Listen. If we the reason y'all don't make the playoffs, we not even having this discussion. And you got the
we would have still had the discussion. I would have still struggled through the Colts. I would have still struggled.
No, you wouldn't. We wouldn't have been this bad. All right, I put it this way. We don't even have a discussion.
It wouldn't have been this bad, but I'd have still trashed because that's wrong. But here's the thing, though. You're not understanding. Had he done that to the Cowboys, he'd be fired already because Roger Goodell would have been on Philly. He would have been a Jeffrey Lurie neck because God knows if that was a Cowboys, Jerry Jones would be suing. It'd be the world loves the Cowboys. He couldn't have got away with that on the Cowboys. He did it on the Giants because nobody cares about the Giants. He wouldn't have got away with that if he did that to the Cowboys.
Roger Goodell can't do nothing to an NFL owner.
Are you serious? Did you not see what he did to the Saints organization and Robert Kraft, Jerry Richardson had to sell a team?
What can Roger Goodell do? You know why he did what he did to the Saints? Because of Bounty Gate. You know why he did what he did? You can do stuff about that. But somebody allegedly throwing the game, people tank every year.
No. There's a difference between tanking and throwing the game. Whoa, there's a difference.
Now it's a difference.
There's a difference because here's the thing. If you want to tank the game, then don't play the starters. Don't put Jalen Hurts out there. Don't put Jason Kelce out there. Don't put Zach Ertz out there. If you want to tank the game,
you know how many starters didn't play? You know how many starters didn't play?
Yeah, but no. Pause. Your defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, was talking crap all week. No cap week. This is no cap week, fellas. No cap week. They're not going to celebrate on our field. No cap week, fellas. No cap week.
If you want to tank a game, if you want to tank a game, don't play your starters. How about if you want to make the playoffs, win more than 6 games? Y'all too entitled to be a 6-win team.
Washington's under 500. You gave you one way or the other. You was gonna get the division to an under 500 team, whether it was Washington, the Giants, or the Cowboys.
Not y'all though.
Because you hate New York. Eagle fans hate New York. Y'all hate the Giants. And that's
listen. We don't have to hate y'all. We done put y'all out of the playoffs twice in the last 20 years. We don't need to hate y'all. Y'all don't win a division. Y'all really not nobody. Y'all not nobody. And that's what you gotta understand.
Nobody, but we should have swept y'all this year.
No, y'all not nobody. Y'all not nobody.
Should have swept y'all this year. We your Evan Ingram drop from sweeping y'all. We your Evan Ingram drop from sweeping y'all.
You didn't sweep us. You didn't sweep us, and you're not in the playoffs again.
Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz in 2 games. All I know is Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz twice this year. Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz twice this year. That's all I know.
All I know is that you'll never be in the playoffs, Fisk. You're not in the playoffs.
We're winning the division next year.
That's all I know. That's why
we're winning the division next year.
Y'all winning the division win.
Next year,
bro. Y'all wanted it to be Joe Judge season so bad. Oh, Joe Judge turned it around. Nope. 6-10. 6-10, Giants. We don't care how y'all feel, bro.
Giants been in the top 5 for 3 seasons. Giants have picked to the top 5 for 3 seasons. You know where we are? We're pick 11th now. We're pick 11th. The draft.
Top 5 draft picks.
We've been in the top 10 for how many years? Now Joe Judge got us outside of the top 10. Baby steps. All I know is a winning the division next year.
Oh my God! Listen, man.
We're winning the division next year.
Pathetic. This has been pathetic all week for the Giants. This has been so pathetic. It's been embarrassing for y'all. It's been embarrassing.
Your team 4-11. I love how you keep talking about 6 wins. Your team 4-11.
You know what? We are, and why would you depend on a 4-11-1 team to help you out? We can't even help ourselves.
No. We were depending on y'all to have some respect. We were depending on y'all to show some respect to the team.
No. Y'all making videos crying. Or the Giants held up their end of the bargain. What end of the bargain? You got your 6th win in week 17, and you think you're supposed to go to the playoffs?
At least we got the 6. Y'all couldn't even do that with 2 quarterbacks. Y'all couldn't even do that. At least we got the 6.
That don't happen to us every year. That happened to y'all every year. Every year. That happens to you every year, Fisk. This your first time getting 6 wins in how long? Congratulations.
At the end of the day, Brunson, the Giants are a more successful franchise than the Eagles.
You know what the Eagles going to do?
What they going to do?
This is what we're going to do for y'all. This is what we're going to do for y'all. We're going to take that 6th pick, and we're going to trade back to the 9th pick, where we would have been had we won the game. And sent y'all to the playoffs. We're gonna trade back and double down on the pick that y'all helped, on the pick that we got by not sending y'all nowhere. We're gonna trade back to 9 and double down 2 first-round picks and a 9th pick. And y'all gonna be sick again in the offseason. Nobody don't care about the Giants in Philly, bro. We don't care how y'all feel. Win more than 6 games and win the division. So we should send the Giants to the division so we can head on popping shit all offseason? Send them to the playoffs? No. Listen, the Redskins not gonna pop shit. The Redskins not gonna pop shit at all.
They swept y'all. How you get swept by the Washington? You got swept by the no names. The
Washington. They not listen. They about to get beheaded on Saturday. They about to get crucified.
They swept y'all. They swept your sorry team. Your sorry team got 4 wins.
They not
4.
They not gonna talk. They not gonna talk trash. They're gonna take their little division championship, be humble, and get dismantled. Y'all want to talk like it was
you see how he think about y'all Washington? It ain't just me, because they swear Giants.
Listen, what you mean?
You see how he think
what you mean? It's only about 3 Washington content creators. Louis T, Big Simple, Eric, they real humble. They're focusing on how they can win the game. They doing what they're supposed to do as being in the playoffs. Every single year, I can tell you this. Y'all making y'all draft videos early. Y'all are playing meaningless football in the cold. Be happy that we gave y'all meaningless football. Be happy that we gave y'all something to hope for.
I tell you what, at least my franchise ain't dumb enough to give a quarterback $130 million and he never played one playoff game for you. At least my franchise ain't dumb enough to pay a quarterback $130 million and trade him a year before the contract start. Y'all dudes
dumb
big
enough to draft Eli Apple.
Hold on, time out.
Draft Eli Apple.
Oh, the same guy who got paid by the Saints, the same guy who went got paid by Oakland. He's gotten a lot of contracts. He can't be that bad. But my whole thing is this:
not by y'all, not by y'all.
All year long, it's my turn to go in on Wentz now. All summer long, I had to hear from Lord Brunson talk about Wentz is better than Lamar Jackson. Wentz is better than this quarterback. Wentz is on the same level as the Mahomes and the Deshaun Watsons in the world. I had to hear this from you all summer long. This dude, Carson Wentz, with more talent around him this year than last year, did absolutely nothing. He got worse, he regressed, and got benched for a second-round pick.
I have to eat that. I have to eat that. He regressed. But it's real debatable for you to say he got more talent around him. When Deshaun Jackson ain't played a lick this year, Alshon Jeffrey barely played.
But here's the point, though. Y'all talked all season long about how he don't
need missed a handful of games.
But hold on, time out. You talked all year about how he don't need receivers, right? You talked all year about how Carson Wentz don't need receivers.
Who said that?
You and every other Philadelphia content creator. No, man, Carson Wentz was a top 5 receiver because he won the division. Carson Wentz is top 5 because he don't need no help. Carson Wentz is top 5 because he elevates his players and all.
Nobody never said that, Fisk. Nobody.
Well, you didn't say Carson Wentz is great because he won a division with no receivers. You didn't say that. You didn't say Carson Wentz is great because he won the division with no receivers.
I did.
Okay,
I did say that. I did say that. But I didn't say he didn't need no talent because I do a draft board every offseason. You know
what I'm trying to say, LB. There's a difference. You know what I'm trying to say. There's a difference between saying, "Oh, don't get nobody." The quarterback is pulled a Tom Brady. There's a difference. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all talking about
did Carson Wentz elevate a bunch of no names in 2019 to win the division? Yeah, he did. You can't take that away from him. I can't pinpoint what it was. I can't pinpoint what the regression was. Maybe it got a lot to do with you even drafting a quarterback in the first place. You don't know how that can affect somebody. If my balls come to my desk
Aaron Rodgers just won MVP. They took Jordan Love in the first round, and Aaron Rodgers went out and won an MVP. Because he's that dude.
That's different. Aaron Rodgers is solidified, man. Already a Super Bowl champion.
But y'all told me Carson Wentz was in the top 5. Y'all told me Carson Wentz was one of the best quarterbacks in the league, though. That's what y'all told me.
That's different. And you know, I see what you're doing right now. Carson Wentz ain't playing 4 weeks, but this is the easy way out for you because you're a tanker and your team tank.
No. Don't try to change the conversation. Don't try to change. We didn't already discuss that.
He regressed. He trashed.
Your Eagles, right? All I want to know is this: why are your Eagles 4-11 in a COVID season when y'all had the same coaching staff from last year? Y'all didn't have to change coaching staffs. Y'all didn't have to change playbooks. Y'all had every advantage in the world, and y'all finished last in the division. Make that make sense.
The team underperformed. Our starting quarterback regressed. We had the most pre-snap penalties in the NFL. We had the most offensive line changes in the NFL. The list goes on and on. We were a bad football team, but you were 6-10. You were bad too. The whole division was bad. So in my opinion, nobody has any room in the division to talk about anybody's record or anything. You were the fools who relied on a 4-11-1 team to help you get into the playoffs. You didn't control your own destiny. Eat it and live with it. That's all I'm saying. Move on to next season. Move on to the offseason. Joe Judge is average.
Whoa, he better than Dougie Peterson. He better than Dougie P.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you that much. Better than Doug Peterson.
Bro, whatever you want to say about Doug Peterson, you can say it. Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning coach. Joe Judge is a 6-10 dude.
Well, Joe Judge got a national championship ring. He got 3 rings with the Patriots. Joe Judge got more rings in his resume than freaking.
This ain't football. This ain't college. And nothing you did
What
as a
about the
special
rings with the
teams coach
Patriots?
count.
He was a special teams coordinator and a wide receiver coach.
He's a head coach. He's a head coach talking about we get up and we play this game to win. Dog, Joe Judge was in control of his own destiny from the beginning. And when y'all were like, what, 5-6? Didn't y'all lead the division at some point in the last month?
Hey, yo, shout out to my guy, Authentic in the chat
down the
right
stretch.
now. Doug Peterson got a ring because of Frank Reich. This dude, Doug Peterson, and the Eagles been trash since Frank Reich left. That's a fact.
All y'all do, listen. I'm not going to make excuses for people's success. I'm just going to tell you the facts. The facts is he got a ring, and Joe Judge don't got a ring. That's like saying Joe Judge got rings because of Bill Belichick. I could say
first
that,
of all,
right?
How about this? In Joe Judge's first season with the Giants, he won more games than Doug P. How about that?
6-10.
He won.
Joe Judge's first season. Joe Judge's first season with the Giants, he was 6-10, no division title, below 500. Joe Judge's career winning percentage is trash right now after one season. How about that? Just keep it small and simple. Don't compare Joe Judge to nobody else.
He's got more wins this year than Doug Peterson. Update your resume. Check this out.
Say, man. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Fisk.
Let's get to some of these super chats, man, because they cursing me out talking about somebody reading the super chats. Cody Collins says, "See that pathetic Giants fan Sanders whining." I don't know who Sanders is. Shout out to the Philly Talk podcast. What up, Philly Talk? Oh, speaking of Philly Talk,
it's where you became a man. That's facts. That's facts.
Yo, we all up
where
in
you
the
became
buy-in.
a man.
We are up in the buy-in for the fantasy league that I beat you in, by the way. And yo, Fisk unit, can we all make a round of applause for Lord Brunson paying my money on time? Unlike Tyson, who had to put on a payment plan for that $100, this man, Lord Brunson, I woke up with the Lord Brunson.
Him on a payment plan for a bean?
Yeah, it took him out. It took him like
$100.
I know. Shout out to Tyson though. It took him a month to give me $100, but shout out to Tyson. My man Lord Brunson, when he lost the fantasy bet with me, because once again, Lord Brunson he be underestimating stuff. He gets ahead of himself a lot. You know what I'm saying? He got ahead of himself. He buried my fantasy team. He buried my fantasy team because he thought he knew what he was talking about.
Listen, the team you drafted was trash, which is why you made a lot of trades with a lot of people who had no business trading.
GM of the year. I'm not GM of the year, Lord Brunson. I'm not GM of the year. You did a lot of you did good GM work. I ain't gonna hold you because nobody should never trade you nothing. Had they not done that, you would have been dead. You did good GM work. Yo, shout out to your boy Merch. I don't know who your boy Merch is, but shout out to him for giving me Derrick Henry. I don't know who your boy Merch is, but shout out to him. But yeah, Philly Talk. We definitely running the fantasy league back, but we up in the buy-in, man. We up in the buy-in. Shout out to Juice Alert. Giants on the rise, but will never be great with Danny Fumbles, who was doo-doo. Eagles have the worst future in the NFC East. Howie Roseman is overrated. Go Packers. Well,
we don't care what you're talking about. You're not even in the division.
Facts. Thank you, LB. I was really about to say the same thing. Shout out to Mo Ayabusi. Mo Ayabusi says there are no pride in being an Eagle fan. You ain't lying. I was an Eagle fan for one night and wanted to hang myself. I don't know how y'all root for the Eagles. Ain't no pride in being an Eagle fan. They throw games.
What do you say at the end of the day? Giants 4-time Super Bowls, and Philly has 1. Philly got 4. The Giants got 4 Super Bowls.
We got 4 Super Bowls, baby. 2 with LT and 2 with Eli. And shout out to 89ers. That was 89ers.
This the thing. This the thing, Fisk. This is the thing. And I know a lot of Philly people are going to listen. The stuff that's being said about the Eagles is cool, but when you say stuff about the city of Philadelphia, you have to stand on that. You gotta stand on it.
Hey, you know what?
You gotta stand on that.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Something. Yo, LB, can you give me a lifeline? Do I got a lifeline from you right now?
No, go ahead. Of course.
So you're giving me a lifeline right now. So you're giving me a chance right now, right?
Course.
All right. So I want to say something. You know I get emotional on my firing ranges. You know when I shoot, you know when I spray, I hit women and kids and I spray. I ain't got no aim. You know that, right? You know I ain't got no aim when I spray. I want to apologize to the rappers of Philly. Everybody else, I meant what I said. Rocky, you a retard, and Will Smith, you're not a player no more. You lost all credibility. But as far as Philadelphia rappers, everybody knows I love Beanie Siegel. I love AR Ab. I was listening to Meek Mill this morning. I want to apologize to all Philly rappers. Everybody else, I could take it however you want to take it. But the Philadelphia rappers, I want a lifeline on off for what I said about the Philly rappers. Do I get that lifeline?
You got that for sure, but it's not an artist in New York that I believe is as hot as Meek Mill. Now, when I say hot, I'm not talking about lyrics. I'm talking about can drop a song and it go crazy. I don't think no artist in New York could do that like Meek Mill.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Most of the New York artists are OGs. But Bobby Shmurda about to get out of jail though.
Bobby Shmurda not going to be nowhere near as hot as Meek.
I'm trying to think. New York artists right now that can like, but most of the. But here's the thing though. All the OG New York artists that are still rapping are still better than Meek though. Jadakiss and Fab, they're still better than Meek. All the New York artists that are still rapping, the 50 Cent he just put out.
Fab is debatable to me. Fab is debatable to me.
He's a better lyricist than Meek. I feel like Meek makes better music, but Fab definitely a better MC than Meek. Fab makes
Kiss is my favorite rapper, so you're not gonna never hear no argument about Kiss.
I noticed you didn't say nothing, but I was like, he ain't say nothing about me just to state property. He ain't say a word about that.
I noticed because I don't have to say nothing about state property. You say Jay-Z is the GOAT, but Jay-Z had to go to Philly to get them.
Well, 50's the GOAT. No.
I don't even gotta say nothing about that.
I said Jay-Z's the biggest rapper of all time. I said 50's the GOAT. You know how I feel about 50. I just said Jay-Z as far as
we can't
influential rapper of all time.
If you're here talking about 50 Cent the GOAT, we can't even talk music, bro.
Not bar for bar. He's my favorite rapper. How about that? He's my favorite rapper because we all know bar for bar. There's better rappers. Jadakiss is better than 50 bar for bar. I'm just saying my favorite rapper is 50. I would never say another rapper is better than 50
everybody,
Cent.
Everybody is better than 50 Cent bar for bar. Everybody.
Not everybody. But 50's more of a storyteller though, so that's different. Nobody writes better hooks than him. So if you really want to take it there, no, there's not a better songwriter on the planet than 50 Cent. The only ones that come close is Eminem, DMX.
He's not a better songwriter on a planet.
Songwriter. I'm talking songwriter, not bar for bar. I'm talking songwriter. I'm talking your hook, your melody, and the structure of your song. Like, there's not a better songwriter and storyteller than 50. I stand by that. Is Jadakiss better than him?
Drake is definitely a better songwriter.
Drake wish he was.
I don't know about storytelling. I never heard a story from Drake.
Yeah, Drake can't anyway. Shut up.
You know what? Nah.
Bertha says, Lord Brunson, you owe me back child support.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's Big Bertha. Yo, Big Bertha, she I ain't even got no time to explain.
Man, what's up? 128 mil backup quarterback, but he's not a backup though, Edgar. He's not a backup. That's what I'm saying. People will just be saying anything. He's not a backup. He's about to start somewhere next year.
But y'all paying his contract for 2 seasons still, so it don't matter. The Eagles about to pay Carson Wentz $50 million to play for the Colts.
This he's not going nowhere. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think
you're not trading Wentz.
Do that. That's just my opinion.
If you keep Doug Peterson, you are.
I don't think we're gonna trade.
If you keep Doug Peterson, you're trading Wentz. Now, if you fire Doug Peterson,
I don't think we're gonna trade him.
He's not playing.
It's two things. It's two things that I think is going to happen at some point in this offseason. I think Doug Peterson might get fired this offseason. And I think they're going to keep Carson Wentz. And I think they're going to get him a coach that believe in him and help him working on his mechanics. Everybody keep talking about the 128 mil because it's the popular thing to say because ESPN is talking the same thing. Y'all got to start using your own minds and start thinking outside the box. 128 mil is a drop in the bucket now. It's nothing. It's actually a good investment because now the quarterbacks that's about to get paid, the quarterbacks that's about to get paid are about to get a lot more money than Carson Wentz just got.
Oh, I agree with you, but that's on your roster right, though.
So that's what
he got to be on your roster for that to be.
Of course, they got to be on your roster. So, for instance, if Drew Brees decides to retire after this season, and the Saints want to take on Carson Wentz's paycheck, that's a discount for them. That's a discount.
Agreed.
He's not 30. He not 30. He already got all that bread. He already under contract. He just got to honor his current contract.
But let me give you a Drew right quick, LB. Take it from a Giants fan, all right? This is something you can learn from a Giants fan. When my Giants paid Odell and traded him a year later, we had to eat his cap for 2 seasons. We took like a $18 million cap hit the first year and like a $9 million cap hit the next year. So what I'm trying to say is you're still going to be paying Wentz, whether he's a Saint, a Colt, a 49ers. You're going to be paying his contract for 2 seasons, regardless, even if you trade him. He's still on your books for 2 years. You can't get away from the cap hit. This ain't the NBA where you trade.
You can get away from it if the other team agrees to take it. I think the other team has to agree to take.
Remember, they blocked the Saints. They blocked the Saints from doing that. That's how the Saints. That's why the Saints didn't get Clowney, because the Saints were trying to take the Saints are trying to give like a second and third pick to the Titans for them to take somebody's salary cap, and then they signed Clowney and give them to the Saints. Remember that? They tried to get the Tennessee Titans to sign Clowney, and then they take the salary cap hit, and then they trade him to the Saints for like a second round pick or something like that. But the NFL said we're not going to be the NBA where you start trading draft picks for salary cap. That's what they said. That's what they said. That's what Sal Palantonio said. So
somebody said Joe Judge. Somebody said Joe Judge was a Coach of the Year candidate.
He was. Shout out to Sugar Dre Anderson. Joe Judge was definitely a.
If that's true, that's a slap in the face to anybody. A slap in the face to the NFL. He was 6-10. Come on, man. He was 6-10. Coach of the Year, 6-10. Whatever.
Big Bertha said. Big Bertha still want her child support. LB.
I don't even listen. Stop playing me, Bertha. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Shout out to Big Bertha. Shout out to Big Bertha. Shout out to Cam. Cam said, man said Wentz better than Mahomes, Lamar, and Deshaun. Last time I checked, he lost to Mahomes and Lamar and Foles and was the one who beat Deshaun. Look, that's on you, LB. He talking to you.
I mean, I believe that he was, because I believe that if you put all of those other quarterbacks in the same situation that Carson Wentz was in, the play drastically drops. Look at Deshaun Watson. He's having a hell of a time over there, right? His record resembled everybody's in the NFC East. If you put that lack of pieces around a lot of these guys, you're going to get the same result. Nobody can win. All the quarterbacks that you just named, none of them would be able to survive in the conditions that Wentz is playing in. I'm sorry.
There's the LB I wanted to hear. There's that Carson Wentz loving LB that we had all off season. There he is.
That's just a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not gonna sit here and pander and appease who needs to be pandered and appeased, man. Like, led the league in sacks taken. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was his fault for sure, not throwing the ball away.
He fumbled more than Danny Jones. Right.
Don't forget that. A lot of that was his fault, but he also played with the most combinations of offensive line in the entire NFL. You can't win if you don't have an offensive line that know the ins and outs, man. You can't win like that.
So you basically, so you basically support Wentz the same reason why I support Daniel Jones. You see what they do with no talent, and you're like, well, dang, what if they had the weapons that Mahomes has? Or what if they got the weapons that Daniel got in Dallas? So you basically feel the same way about Wentz as I felt about Daniel Jones, in a nutshell.
No,
because that's how I feel about Daniel Jones.
Carson Wentz. I support Carson Wentz because I've seen him play at an elite level. I support Carson Wentz because
in an elite level.
You have not seen Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has not even reached the peak that Carson Wentz has displayed.
But my whole thing with Carson Wentz, but LB, it's gonna hurt your feelings. But at the end of the day, seeing as your boy Carson Wentz never actually played in a playoff game for more than a series, he's never actually been a part of a game bigger than Daniel Jones. He hasn't. All his good performances that you preach about are regular season performances. So last year, Carson Wentz's most important game, the biggest game.
What playoff game Daniel Jones played in?
Nah, but here's the point I'm trying to make to you. The biggest game of Carson Wentz's career was last year, Week 16 versus Philly. The biggest game of Daniel Jones' career was last week versus the Cowboys. So we both beat the Cowboys. So Daniel Jones and Carson Wentz, two biggest games of their careers are both versus the Cowboys.
So, but you're just.
But am I lying? No, that was Nick Foles who took you to the playoffs. That was Nick Foles who won the division in 2018. That was Nick Foles.
That wasn't Nick Foles who took us to the playoffs or won the division.
Whoa. 2018
won the division with Carson Wentz.
Hold on, LB. Let's go down memory lane. 2017, that was all Wentz. All Nick Foles had to do was win a Super Bowl. I give you that. All Foles had to do was win a Super Bowl. 2018, when Carson Wentz got benched last month of the season, Nick Foles still had to beat Deshaun Watson. He had to beat the Rams, and he had to beat Washington. He went on a 3-game winning streak to win y'all that division in 2018. Did he or did he not?
We were a wild card team in 2018.
But he the one who got you to the postseason, though. But he got you to the postseason.
No division.
But the point I'm trying to make is all your success was Nick Foles. Carson Wentz has never played in a playoff game. So you can't say he's been in a bigger game than Daniel Jones because their biggest games were games.
What does that have to do with it? If the Philadelphia Eagles go to the playoffs, the whole team go.
Nah. What I'm questioning you on is you said Daniel Jones has never played like in a big moment. And I'm just saying his biggest moment was just as big as Wentz's. That's all I'm trying to say. Because the biggest game of Carson Wentz's career was week 16 versus Dallas. Last year, that was the biggest game.
Daniel Jones is fucking trash, man. Daniel Jones is trash.
Better than Wentz?
No NFL exec alive would take Daniel Jones over Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz had one bad season.
Guess what? I'm happy because I want because my guy Daniel Jones. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. If Carson Wentz go to Washington right now, how Washington is set up, they win 12 games next year.
Stop.
If Carson Wentz go to Washington, they win 12 games next year.
Stop.
All they were ever missing was a quarterback. Now, if he go to Washington, they win 12 games.
Wentz ain't that good.
Now all of a sudden, Wentz ain't a quarterback. Come on.
Okay. Who led the league in turnovers? Who's led the league in fumbles since 2016? Answer that. Who led the league? Who's led the league in fumbles since 2016? This dude Carson Wentz is like a white Jameis Winston. All he do is turn the ball.
It's been Carson Wentz. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I'm telling you. Watch the resurgence of Carson Wentz. Gonna have a lot of y'all mad, especially Eagles fans, because I fear it's going to come at a price to where he won't be in our jersey. He's going to be looking better than he ever looked. He's going to be in another team's jersey, and a lot of people are going to be sad and upset. But
I agree. When he goes to Indiana, he's going to be a demon because Frank Reich was the reason he was good anyway. The man been trash as Frank Reich left.
I don't think Frank Reich is the only one that can fix this issue. I think it's Sean Payton.
No. Of course, Sean Payton can, but I just think Colts are the team that's going to take him. I think they're the team that's going to take him. I think it's going to be the
everybody is saying. I don't think
or the 49ers.
I don't think it's going to be the Colts.
It'll either be the Colts or the 49ers.
I can see the 49ers. I hope we don't go to Atlanta. That would suck for him.
They're not going. They're going to draft a quarterback in Atlanta.
No, man. Listen, Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott are plug and play, ready to go, bro.
That's another thing. I told you Dak was better. That's another thing. I told you Dak was better than Wentz. I told you that boy Dak was leading the league in yards.
He was 1-3 though. He was 1-3, man.
I mean, this whole division was trash this year. I mean, the whole division was losing games. I mean, I don't know.
He was 1-3. Now, I will agree with this. Had he not got hurt, the Cowboys would have won the division.
Hands down.
Hey, Fisk, I got to bounce though, bro. I got to bounce though, Fisk.
Yo, you know what, LB? It's been a fun hour, bro. It really has, man.
For sure. I'm glad I could give you this hour.
Know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna link up.
Give you this hour, bro.
We definitely gotta link up for the more, man. Especially because we gotta make a bet. We got bets to make after the draft, man. After we see what the teams do, I'm willing to bet, and I'm willing to run them bets back. I'm willing to run them back.
We're gonna have to run them back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be weird because it's gonna be either Hurts or it's gonna be Wentz, man. I gotta wait to see what it's gonna be.
I'm more scared of Hurts. I'm more scared of Hurts than Wentz, to be honest with you. The boy Hurts look good.
A lot of people should be. A lot of people should be. And the reason why I'm not panicking is because I got two good quarterbacks. I feel like I got two good quarterbacks that I feel like is going to cause a lot of people problems. So I'm not really worried. But what the Eagles need to do is they need to make a decision and name it now. Name it now so we can move on from it.
Yeah, I can't do that till you make a decision on Doug Peterson. because Wentz ain't gonna play for Doug Peterson.
I
So
mean,
if you fire Doug Peterson, you're keeping Wentz.
I think Doug Peterson getting fired this offseason, man. I'm telling you, man. I just got a strong gut feeling, bro. I got a strong gut feeling, man. I think he's gonna get fired. But on the other hand, they might let him play out his contract. I think his contract is up in 2022. So I don't know, man. But he can't be here, bro. But, all right, bro. I'm gonna get with you, bro. I'm gonna text you.
All right, yeah. Be safe out there, bro.
All right, bro.
Everybody, shout out to Lord Brunson for coming through this afternoon. I'm about to run down y'all super chats. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get to y'all super chats, but I appreciate Lord Brunson coming through, showing love, trying to explain the Eagles, this abomination that's been the Eagles the past 2 weeks. We need to know what was going on. So what I'm about to do is get to some of y'all super chats. Shout out to Darian Handy. He says, "What do you think about Jared Goff and Shepard?" I think Jared Goff is an average quarterback, bro. He's an average quarterback, and Shepard is a good slot receiver. The Giants get a number one receiver, it'll make Shepard better. Shout out to EDP. EDC says Carson Wentz to Washington. Man, please. They ain't traded Carson Wentz to Washington, and nobody can say Washington, bro. Washington need Jesus. They need Jesus, a bunch of leprechauns, and like, I don't know. They need a whole lot of stuff. If it bring good luck, send it to Washington, because that's the only thing that can save them. Shout out to where it goes. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, "I'm a Giants fan, but Brunson is right. Daniel Jones is league average quarterback. I wish the Giants had Wentz or Watson right now. Daniel Jones got 44 months in 2 years." Hey, we saw Daniel Jones versus Carson Wentz, and I saw Daniel Jones outplay Carson Wentz twice. So you can say what you want. You can say what you want about Daniel Jones, but he outplayed Carson Wentz twice. That's all I know. He outplayed Carson Wentz twice. Shout out to Ash Money Records. Doug P lost his locker room. Nobody is going to want to come to Philly in the all season to go with that bad cat. Rely on building through the draft. Pretty much. Nobody's going to play for Doug Peterson, bro. Not a free agent in the world is going to want to play for Doug Peterson. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, Mara just said he wants to extend Saquon. I'm going to have a video on that. I'm going to have a video on that on my Giants channel about the Saquon Barkley. I put a video about Mara and Saquon Barkley. I had that on my Giants channel. Shout out to Don. Shout out to my guy Donnie. Don Vito said Brunson look like Sheldon Richardson on the Browns. He do, don't he? He really, really do, man. Shout out to Don Vito. He said Lord Brunson looked like Ashley O'Malley. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, you talking about O'Malley from OBH? All right. Yo, if I missed your super chat, my bad. But me and Lord Brunson, we was going at it. But I think I caught everybody's super chat. I think I caught up with everybody's super chat. Yeah, I think I caught up with everybody's super chat, man. You know what I'm saying? But we had to, hit that like button. I need 3 more likes to get to 100. Y'all know the vibes. And hit that sub button if you new too. But the thing is, at the end of the day, man, you can't justify what the Eagles did. The Eagles threw a game. I'm glad Lord Brunson and I had this conversation because I don't think the Eagles tanked. I think he threw a game. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he threw a game. I don't think it was a tank job because I honestly feel like if he was going to tank the game, he wouldn't have played anybody. I think he threw the game intentionally. I don't know why he threw the game, but I think he threw the game intentionally. Maybe Doug Peterson wants to low-key get fired. I don't know. I'm looking for reason to explain what he did. Shout out to James Dolan. He says, yo, I still don't trust Dave Gettleman with getting weapons. I don't care what people say. Plus, they bringing Garrett back. I just have a bad feeling, bro. Well, Garrett might get a job, bro. But here's the thing. I don't mind Jason Garrett if we have Saquon, because if we have Saquon Barkley, all those run plays that Jason Garrett wants to call, they're going to work. All those play action plays that Jason Garrett wants to call, they're going to work. If we have Saquon and the number one receiver, it'll look like Dez and Zeke. If we have Saquon and the number one receiver, it'll look like Dez and Zeke out there. So his offense works if you have talent, because I saw his offense work for years in Dallas, but Dallas had talent. Zeke and Dez worked. You can say what you want about Jason Garrett, but when he had Ezekiel Elliott and Dez Bryant, that offense looked good. When he had Terrell Owens and Marion Barber, the offense looked good. When he had DeMarco Murray and Dez Bryant, the offense looked good. So, if Jason Garrett has talent on the team, the offense will look better. That's all, so I'm not gonna, it is what it is. If Jason Garrett comes back and we have talent on offense, it'll look better. It'll look better. Shout out to my guy Cam. Cam says, we ain't gonna act like Lamar and Deshaun ain't playing with garbage receivers like Wentz was. Lamar still made the playoffs and Deshaun put up numbers. That's a fact. The dude, and I brought up Lamar for that reason. The dude Lamar Jackson in the playoffs right now with Hollywood Brown and Willie Snead. I don't want to hear nothing. This man Lamar Jackson in the playoffs with Hollywood Brown and Willie Snead. I don't want to hear nothing. Shout out the Regime. Regime says, glad to finally see pay-per-view round 2. Looking forward to round 3. Shout out to Lord Brunson and Big Fisk. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lord Brunson for coming through, showing love, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. You know what I'm saying? We had these discussions because sometimes these discussions need to be had. It's always good to have these discussions, man. We should have linked up during the regular season, especially after that Everett Ingram drop, man. Because Giants fans, we was out for blood in that rematch. Giants fans, we was out for blood in that rematch. Shout out to Five Blizzard. He says, Fisk, my album linking. Hey, y'all go support Five Blizzard album, man. He says his album linking available on all platforms, man. Y'all go show some support to my man Five Blizzard right now, man. His album linking is available on all platforms. This will be a podcast, by the way. I'm definitely going to be uploading this in podcast form. So y'all need to go subscribe to the Fire and Range podcast. I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. My Fisk Vegas Fire and Range podcast is everywhere. This is definitely me and Lord Brunson. I'm definitely putting this in podcast form. And once again, that's a lot of the reasons why I put some of y'all, I read y'all super chats when me and Lord Brunson was done talking. Because remember, I wanted this to go in podcast form. So it interrupts the flow of the podcast if I'm reading the questions in between me and him going at it. So I wanted to make sure he and I had our back and forth, and then we would read our super chats at the end. So anytime I bring like a guest on to go one-on-one with me, we're gonna go one-on-one, and then I'm gonna read our questions after we do our one-on-one. Shout out to Zach. Zach says, I root for the Giants whenever they play Philly. Good, yeah. Don't nobody like Philly. Yo, Philly is just trash, bro. Nah, Everett Ingle can't catch nothing. This dude Everett Ingle, only reason why I didn't do a Giants Fire and Range video yesterday, because I recorded a Giants Fire and Range video yesterday, but what happened was I didn't upload it because I feel like after what the Eagles did to us, the Giants fans need to be unit. The Giants fans need to be united. There needs to be unity in the Giants fan base right now after what the Eagles did to us. It's just not a good time for me to blow up the fan base. It's not a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good time. Shout out to Giants Nation. Can't wait for Lamar to lose to the Titans, Fist. I hope he doesn't. I got a Lamar video coming out. I don't know what I'm gonna release today. Today, let me see where my thumbnails at, because I was working on some thumbnails this morning. So I'm going to be doing a Chase Young, Tom Brady video. I got a Lamar Jackson video planned. Baker Mayfield getting the smoke. I have a separate Tom Brady video. I got to do a Josh Allen video. I got like 6 videos over like the next 2-3 days that I want to give y'all. So I'm definitely going to be speaking on a lot of things as far as previewing the playoffs. I got a lot of playoff content coming for y'all, so y'all stay tuned. Shout out to James Dolan once again. James Dolan says, I'd rather pay Allen Robinson and draft a wide receiver than pay Leonard Williams. Williams ain't worth. No, I agree. We need to take that Leonard Williams money and give it to Allen Robinson. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I 1,010% agree with that. We need to take that Leonard Williams money and give it to Allen Robinson. I agree with that 1,010%. And who said something about my firing range? Nah, I was listening, believe it or not, when I listened to Michael Jackson, I was listening to the Jackson 5. Some of those Jackson 5 songs that Michael Jackson did, they get me in the mood, man. I was listening to a lot of old school Mike. It started, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to a lot of Jackson 5, man. I love young Michael Jackson's voice. I mean, Michael Jackson's voice when he was a kid is just like, I hate to use the word beautiful because it's like, I don't like to using the word beautiful when I describe a man's voice, but like his voice as a child is just like, I can't even explain it. Like Michael Jackson is just the GOAT, bro. Like Michael Jackson is the GOAT. But I like listening to a lot of young Michael Jackson before I do my firing range videos. Before I do my firing range videos, a lot of Jackson 5 get played, man. It really, really does. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, Giants need a true edge rusher like Shaq Barrett. We do, but we need a wide receiver more, man. And like what Giants fans got to understand is this. What you gotta understand is this. Joe Judge is from the Patriots. The Patriots don't believe in pass rushers. The boy Graham. All right. Here's what I'm trying to say. Joe Judge and Patrick Graham and Dave Gettleman made it abundantly clear last year. They made it abundantly clear last year that they didn't want an elite pass rusher. Joe Judge, Patrick Graham, and Dave Gettleman made a united front and specifically said they wanted a pass rush by committee. That's what they want. So they didn't want to overpay one specific guy, which is why I don't think we're going to bring back Leonard Williams, because they specifically said they didn't want to pay a specific pass rusher. They wanted pass rush by committee. That's what Joe Judge, Graham, and Dave Gettleman said. So if I'm holding them to their word, then I don't think we bring back Leonard Williams anyway. Because if remember, they didn't want Clowney. They didn't want to draft Isaiah Simmons. They didn't want to draft any kind of pass rusher because they felt like they can get sacks with the coverage. They wanted coverage sacks. So I don't think they're going to flip course and go take a first round pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to do that. Shout out to where was I? Okay, Cam. Shout out to Cam. Cam says, being honest, I really don't understand why Lamar's so hated. Is it because he blows people out? Because he runs on Cam? He's Daniel Jones, bro. Him and Daniel Jones get hated for the same reason. What you have to understand is this. They're always going to hate on Lamar Jackson because they wanted him to be a wide receiver. They wanted Lamar Jackson to be a wide receiver. They wanted Lamar Jackson to fail. They didn't have Lamar Jackson going in the first round. Lamar Jackson wasn't supposed to get drafted in the first round, but Ozzie Newsome came back and took him. It's the same thing with Daniel Jones. He wasn't supposed to be more successful than Dwayne Haskins. He wasn't supposed to be successful. A lot of these guys do mock drafts and they go on television and they give their opinion. And when a Daniel Jones or Lamar Jackson proves them wrong, they get in their feelings about it. The media picks and choose who they like, who their favorites are. The media picks and choose who they want to put on a pedestal and who they want to paint as the villain. So at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson gets the same energy as Daniel Jones. It's because the media doesn't like them. A lot of those talking heads thought Lamar Jackson is a running back, or they thought Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver. A lot of those talking heads didn't think that Daniel Jones should be a quarterback. They thought we should have took Dwayne Haskins since he threw 50 touchdowns at Ohio State. So when the media paints a target on your back, they're going to always throw you shade. That's really what that comes down to. Shout out to Mac Ultra. Mac Ultra says, Michael Jackson music can cure any... It's a fact. You could be in the worst mood on the planet. When Michael Jackson started hitting them high notes and the beat drop, it's a wrap. Michael Jackson can cure any bad mood, bro. It never fails. It just don't. When that beat drop and Michael Jackson start hitting them notes, man, please. Michael Jackson is the GOAT, man. Or should I call him the king? Nobody, I'm going to refer to him as the king, man. Michael Jackson is the king, man. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, bro, you saw Deshaun Watson Twitter because the new Houston GM is from the Patriots. He know he ain't getting no wide receivers. Free Deshaun Watson. I disagree. Listen, can I say something? All right. Look, something needs to be said right now because Joe Judge is from New England as well. I just wanted to let me just say something. Let me make something abundantly clear to everybody who keeps saying that if you're from New England, you're not gonna get no wide receivers. Randy Moss, Chad Ochocinco, he signed Josh Gordon. He brought in Antonio Brown. Julian Edelman better be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He brought in Wes Welker the same year he brought in Randy Moss. Deion Branch was a Super Bowl MVP and got paid like $70 million from the Seahawks. Gronkowski's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Aaron Hernandez was gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer until he started shooting people in his living room. At the end of the day, Tom Brady has always had help. Y'all act like Tom. Y'all understand something. Shout out to Authentic. They paid Amendola like $50 million from the Rams. Remember, Danny Amendola was on the Rams, and then Belichick gave him like $50 million. The reason why people think that Tom Brady doesn't have any receivers is because those little white receivers that run slot routes, that's what worked for Tom Brady. They always got little white receivers to play the slot because that's what worked for Tom Brady. Rob Gronkowski is one of the greatest tight ends that ever lived. That's what worked for Tom Brady. Tight ends, running backs, and slot receivers. That's what worked for Tom Brady. That's why. Notice how Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Calvin Ridley, he needs a dominant outside receiver, so he always gets a dominant outside receiver. You get receivers based on what your quarterback can and can't do. You don't just go get receivers just to get receivers. So in the New England, and they drafted N'Keal Harry in the first round. Y'all forget that. The Patriots drafted N'Keal Harry in the first round. So it's not like Belichick didn't try. He just missed. Belichick missed. It's not like Belichick didn't try. He missed. Shout out to White Boy. Shout out to White Boy. White Boy says Eagles are targeting a quarterback in the draft. You don't tank for any other reason. They obviously have no faith in Hurts could win them games. If they did, they would have started. Hey yo, I wish you would have asked me that question when Lord Brunson was in the stream. I would have loved to get. I'm gonna text Lord Brunson. I'm actually gonna text Lord Brunson that. I'm gonna text him that. Because that's actually a good question. I'm actually gonna text Lord Brunson. I'm about to snapshot this super chat and I'll send it to Lord Brunson now, bro. That's actually a good question. I wish you would have been here when he was on the stream, bro. I'm actually gonna ask Lord Brunson that. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says the Ravens are dangerous this year. People don't realize how good this team got lately. Lamar going for blood against the Titans this year. I hope so, bro. I hope he don't lose to the Titans. I pray that he don't lose to the Titans. I hope Lamar Jackson beat the Titans, bro. I really hope Lamar beat the Titans, man. I do not want to see Lamar Jackson lose to the Titans, man. Oh my gosh, I do not want to see Lamar Jackson lose to the Titans. But I gotta hold him accountable. He gotta beat the Titans. I gotta hold Lamar accountable, bro. He better not lose to the Titans. He gotta beat him. Lamar Jackson better beat the Titans. I gotta hold him accountable. Yo, Julian Edelman is the greatest. Julian Edelman is one of the greatest. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Statistically speaking, Julian Edelman is the greatest wide receiver of all time in the playoffs. Statistically speaking, Julian Edelman is the greatest postseason wide receiver of all time. You put him in the Hall of Fame. The same reason you're going to put Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame is the same reason why you're going to put Amendola in the Hall of Fame. You're putting them in the Hall of Fame based on playoff production. The same reason why Eli Manning goes into the Hall of Fame is the same reason why Edelman goes into the Hall of Fame. Remember that. The same reason. Julian Edelman, y'all go to Pro Football Reference right now. Go to Pro Football Reference right now and look at Julian Edelman numbers. They're better than Jerry Rice's. Go look at his numbers. Go look at Julian Edelman numbers on Pro Football Reference and then come talk to me. Go to Pro Football Reference, look up Julian Edelman playoff numbers, and then come talk. The same reason why you put Eli in the Hall of Fame is the same reason why you put Julian Edelman in the Hall of Fame. The playoffs have to count for something. No, that's Lord Brunson, PJ. I just had Lord Brunson on the channel. That's Lord Brunson. Nah, that wasn't Edelman. Yo, authentic. That wasn't Edelman. That was Welker. Authentic. That was Welker who dropped that ball. You talking about 2011? Authentic. That was Welker. Welker dropped that ball in 2011. That wasn't Julian Edelman. That was Wes Welker. Wes Welker dropped the pass in 2011 that cost the Patriots the Super Bowl. That was Wes Welker. Wes Welker dropped that ball in 2011. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says John Mara said today that the Giants still made the right pick for Saquon Barkley because they think Eli deserved another 3 or 4 years. Oh, he admitted it? Whoa, wait a minute. John Mara admitted it? Whoa, I didn't know that. John Mara admitted it? John Mara actually took accountability for something? Wow. Let me find out. Oh, snap. And real quick, first of all, hey, yo, Bangkok baseball. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds of fame. Don't worry about me stuttering. I like to see you do a 90-minute live stream and then put out, I don't know, 4 hours of content a week. So you go and record. I like to see how your voice sounds if you record over 10 hours of content a week. I give y'all over 10 hours of content a week between 3 channels. If you don't complain about me stuttering, I like to see what your voice sound like if you put out 10 hours of content a week. I like to see what your voice sound like if you put out 10 hours of content a week. Talk about some I'm stuttering. Yeah, please. Oh, man, please. You put out, you go record 10 hours of content a week and come talk. Go record 10 hours of content a week, then come talk. Don't worry about my voice. Worry about your voice. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, nah, he said it was Dave Gettleman's move, so he still put the blame. But John Mara's still a clown of an owner. I just hope Joe Judge got it. Nah, Joe Judge got us. And Judge we trust, bro. And Jim Plunkett should be a Hall of Famer because Jim Plunkett won the Raiders 2 Super Bowls. That's a fact. If you win 2 Super Bowls, if your quarterback win you 2 Super Bowls, he's in a Hall of Fame just because of that. There's a lot. Drew Brees been to 1 Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers been to 1 Super Bowl. So if you got a quarterback that won you 2, he's in a Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody say. Because Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees are some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and they've been to 1 Super Bowl. So when you got a quarterback win you 2 Super Bowls, he's in the Hall of Fame. Bottom line. Nah, I didn't mean to call Carson Wentz the white Jameis Winston. I ain't mean that. Largely because Jameis Winston is better than Carson Wentz. I was referring to the turnovers. When you think of turnovers, you think of Carson Wentz, you think of Jameis Winston, you think of Daniel Jones. When you think of turnovers, Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston, those are just some of the names that come up when you think of turnovers. That's all. Shout out to CEO. CEO says, bro, what the heck is all this? What's this love stream for? It wasn't no love when Brunson was in here. Me and Brunson went at it for an hour. You just late. CEO is just late. Me and Brunson went at it for an hour though. It was definitely no love in this New York versus Philly live stream. It was no love. You just late, CEO. That's all that is. Shout out to Mac Ultra. Mac Ultra says, getting tired of these dudes with zero football knowledge. This is why you got people out here like Cop Pizzle. Man, Kyle Pizzle a clown, bro. I don't. Kyle Pizzle a clown, bro. Kyle Pizzle a clown, bro. That's all I gotta say. He a clown, bro. Shout out to Ismo. Ismo says Brunson looked like great value Raekwon from Wu-Tang. Yo, wait a minute. Oh snap. Yo, that's cold. Oh my gosh, yo, that's cold, bro. That's cold, man. That's cold. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, hey, y'all, get ready for the 2K check. The Senate flips so McConnell goofy self can't block nothing. Oh, are you serious? I don't care. Whoa, we getting the $2,000? Hold up, we getting the $2,000? They threw Mitch McConnell out the Senate? Whoa. Hold on. What made Mitch McConnell change his mind? Hold on, time out. What happened? How we getting the two bands? I want the two bands. I'm not $600 ain't a lot of money to me. I don't care about $600, but $2,000, I'll take $2,000. All right, $2,000, I'll get out the bed for $2,000. I'm not getting out my bed for $600. All right, that's not making me check my account in the morning. Whip-de-doo, I got $600. But $2,000, nah, we getting up and we dancing with that. We two-stepping in the bedroom, but we get $2,000. So if he changed the thing to $2,000, I'm happy. I'm with that. I want the $2,000. I don't know what happened, but if we getting $2,000, I'm with it. I am with it. Shout out to James Dolan for bringing that energy to the chat right now. Everybody happy right now. Shout out to CEO. Did he roast you? Nah, he tried. CEO. He tried, but nah. He was getting at me with the New York versus Philly thing. He was getting at me a little bit with New York versus Philly. But once we started actually talking about the Eagles and the Giants, nah, it was a wrap after that. He couldn't defend Carson Wentz. He couldn't defend him no more. He couldn't defend Carson Wentz no more. Like my victory, one of my biggest 2020 victories, because this is a 2020 victory. Even though Brunson admitted it in 2021, one of my biggest victories of 2020 is hearing Lord Brunson admit that Carson Wentz was trash. I made history on the Fisk Vegas live stream, which will be a podcast this week. This will be in podcast form. The fact of the matter that I got Lord Brunson to admit that Carson Wentz is trash, we winning right now. We winning. Only on Fisk Vegas Entertainment, bro. So now to answer your question, CEO, no, I did not get roasted. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan, giving people $2,000 is the best thing for the economy right now, because you know dudes going to strip clubs and shopping once it hit. McConnell looking great. Exactly. You know we about to go, bro. The first thing black people gonna do with that $2,000, go buy some Jordans and a PS5, bro. That's good for the economy. It is. It's good for the economy. It is. That's good, but that's good for the economy. You need people to go spend money. There's a lot of small businesses out here. A lot of small businesses out here are struggling. They're struggling. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's good for the economy. That's very good for the economy. How much? Check this out. How much I want to bet within the next month, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're gonna have mad PS5s and Xbox. All of a sudden, you're gonna be able to go to Walmart and get you a PS5. How much you want to bet? Sony and Microsoft ain't stupid. They're about to ship it. They're about to ship out 1 million Xboxes and PlayStations in the next 2 weeks. They're about to ship out 1 million of them. Watch. They ain't stupid. Shout out to James Dolan. Dude's about to hit up them escorts. That's all you could do in the COVID right now, bro. You really can't go holler at nobody. You got to go ahead and hit them up, bro. But just make sure they don't look like Big Bertha, though. Make sure they don't look like Big Bertha. They look like Big Bertha, you get your money back. Hey, listen, if they look like Big Bertha, go get your money back. You know what I'm saying? If they look like Big Bertha, please go get your money back. Look, bro, I don't do politics. I don't care who cheated, bro. I don't do politics. All I know is I want my $2,000, bro. I don't care who cheated what. They can cheat all they want to. They about to put $2,000 in my pocket. They can cheat all they want to. I don't care. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an American. Bottom line, I am an American. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am an American. I am all about whoever's going to do the best job for my country. I don't care who you are, what you represent. I don't care. Big Fisk is an American. He don't take sides in politics, bro. Listen, politics is worse than gangbangers. I don't want to hear nothing about Bloods and Crips no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about Bloods and Crips no more. I done seen these crazy Republicans and Democrats go to rallies and beat each other up with mad different stuff, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about Bloods, Crips, and gangbangers no more. I don't want to hear nothing about the drug dealers on the corner. I don't want to hear nothing about the neighborhood demons. I don't want to hear nothing. The Republicans and Democrats over the last 6 months have proven to be worse than any gangbanger, any mafia, any cartel. I don't watch these Republicans and Democrats do the worst of the worst to each other over the past 6 months. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. I just want everybody to remember something. You can go to the worst drug dealer, the worst gangbanger, the worst scammer. You can think of the worst mafia guy, whoever the worst person on the planet is. Just remember, nothing would be worse than Mitch McConnell blocking $2,000 from the American people. If Vito goes and kills John Gotti, that's mafia on mafia crime. If Jamal goes shoot Jeremy down the street, that's blood on Crip crime. If some scammer go rob a drug dealer, that's scammer on drug dealer crime. What Mitch McConnell did was rob from the innocent. He stole money from the innocent. He blocked money from families who need to feed their children. That's a crook. That's a criminal. That's a scumbag. Politicians are the worst people on earth. I don't want to hear nothing. Shout out to Zachary. They professional gangsters. The only difference between the worst criminal on the planet and the most famous politician is the law. The law is the only thing that separates a politician from a criminal. That's it. It's the law. They got the same morals. They got the same principles. They commit the same heinous acts. The only difference is one is legal and one isn't. That's the only difference. That's it. So I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. No, I'm not. I don't care. They all criminals. They all criminals. If you say you're a Republican supporting Trump, you no different from a blood or a Crip. I don't care. If you're a Democrat supporting Joe Biden, you no different from a blood or a Crip. Ain't no different. You repping your set. You repping your set. Bottom line. You repping your set. Shout out to Mac Ultra. Mac Ultra says Bertha up her price to 100-piece chicken nugget. Man, if you can get McDonald's to cook that 100-piece, look, bro, Bertha done cleaned out. Check this out, right? Bertha done cleaned out so many McDonald's that when she comes to the parking lot, they say they closed. Bertha's so fat that when she get to the McDonald's, they say they got a 30-minute wait on all the food. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I know from personal experience. I know from first-hand experience that when they don't want to feed you, they say it's a wait on the food. Because I done tried to get food before for some places, and they done say, yo, it's gonna be a wait. When they don't want to feed you, when they don't want to cook your food, bro, when you got a big order, they most definitely try and lie to you and tell you it's a wait. Shout out to James Doe. I don't care who cheated. I want my $2,000. The government lying. They got money to be dropping bombs, but don't got money to boost the economy. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. They lying through their teeth. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Jamel. Jamil says, what if you got the 600? Do you get the 2K? I don't know. I didn't get the 600 yet. They didn't give me my 600 yet, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue because they didn't give me my $600 yet, so I have no idea. I didn't get my $600, so I don't know. I mean, that's a valid question. I don't know. And by the way, y'all, this is going in podcast form. I got 2 podcasts coming this week, maybe even 3, man. I got 2 podcasts coming this week. I'm gonna have a podcast. I'm gonna have the live stream I did 2 days ago with Boogie, and then I'm gonna have this one that I did with Brunson. So we gonna have I'm gonna have 2 podcasts available on all platforms for y'all this week. Shout out to Jaquez, man. Jaquez Johnson. Shout out to Jaquez Johnson. You know I'm black. You know I'm black. Only a black dude can read that name. I'm sorry. Only you got to be black to read that. I know there's some white boys, and I know there's some white boys in the chat right now trying to read this dude's name. Is it Jaquizo? Is it J.A. Quaz? They trying to pronounce that. Don't tell me black ain't another language. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Us black folks got our own language, bro. I swear, man. Shout out to Jaquez, though. He says, Fisk, I live in Florida. Super Bowl 54 was in Miami in 2020. NBA Finals is in Orlando. The national championship between Alabama and Ohio and Miami. And Super Bowl 55 in Miami, we lit. Well, hopefully I can move to Miami sometime towards the end of this year, bro. I'm trying to move back to Miami, man. So I'm gonna be lit with y'all. I'm trying to move back to Miami, bro. So, and like I said, I got access to all the I'll be in the Club Live press box for all home Dolphin game. Notice I didn't slander Tua Tagovailoa. I'm glad he brought that up. You notice I didn't slander Tua Tagovailoa, right? The only thing to save Tua from going in my firing range was the fact that I knew I was moving to Miami and I didn't want to burn no bridges with the Dolphins. The Dolphins are one of the few teams that I have not said nothing shady about. So they're one of the few teams I ain't burned no bridges with. That's the only reason I didn't slander Tua Tagovailoa, because I was going to line them up. I was going to line up Tua Tagovailoa, and I said, you know what? I am going to move to Miami, so let me be nice. Let me be nice. I ain't trying to get my Dolphin game privileges revoked. I said, I noticed I didn't slander him now. Why? I said, you know what? Let me not get my Dolphin privileges revoked. I need all Dolphin privileges when I move back to Miami. Shout out to James Dolan. Jane Jolin said, just need those strip clubs back by September. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. We need the strip clubs back. We definitely need the strip clubs back. Life ain't been the same without them, bro. That's a whole fact. Definitely need the strip clubs back. Life ain't the same without them, man. My favorite place to go. Would you throw him? No, no. I've actually met Donald Trump before. Donald Trump was cool to me. Listen, I've met the man before because I worked for him. I worked for the Trump International in Miami and Sunny Isles. In Miami, down to Sunny Isles, there's the Trump International. I worked there when in my early 20s when I was living in Miami. I worked for the Trump International. Donald Trump came down to the beach because I was a beach attendant. So I worked on the beach. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. My phone ringing. Hold on. So yeah, I worked on the beach, right? So I'm on the beach, and Trump comes down. Trump is with with my boss, and Trump is like, "Who's that? Who's that attendant with the walk? Who is that guy? I like his walk. He liked my walk. The same way I met Dennis. I lie to you not. The same way I met Donald Trump is the same way I met Dennis Rodman. They like my walk. They was like, yo, I like his walk. I like his swagger. He's like, you need more attendants like him on the beach. I like that. And I got a chance to shake Mr. President's hand. You know what I'm saying? So the only interaction I had with Donald Trump was a positive one. All right. That my only Yeah, now granted, that was in 2012. Yeah, that I agree with Beast Mode. That was in 2012. All right, that was in 2000. That was 2012 Trump. So my only interaction with Trump was in 2012. That was 2012 Trump. I don't know about 2020 Trump, but 2012 Trump, he was cool with Big Fisk. 2012 Trump was good, was cool with Big Fisk. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, yo, apparently Washington trying to make an offer for Dak. Dan Snyder about to up the price. Jerry got zero leverage with Dak now. They in trouble. No, they're not. Yo, I'm not in the mood to hear nothing about Dak. They could just franchise him. They can franchise him. I'm not in the mood. Yo, I don't want no Dak. Don't ask me nothing about Dak. Do not ask me nothing about Dak. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about Dak. They can franchise him for 3 seasons. The Cowboys have only franchise tagged him one time. The Cowboys can franchise tag him for 3 seasons. I don't want to hear nothing about Dak. Nothing. They can franchise him for 3 seasons. There's no such thing as free agency in the NFL until they get rid of the franchise tag. So it doesn't matter how much money Washington wants to offer him. It doesn't matter how much money a team like the Jets or the 49ers will want to offer him. There's this thing called a franchise tag. Why do you think Aaron Rodgers is still in Green Bay? Okay, there's this thing called a franchise tag. So I don't want to hear it. It's a mute point until Jerry Jones does a franchise tag him. Now Jerry Jones decides not to franchise tag him, then we talking. Hey, yo, what up, Dig? My boy Dig in the building. Nah, Lord Brunson, he left about 30 minutes ago. The first hour was me and Lord Brunson. He left about 30 minutes ago. Yo, bro, I be drinking mad bottles of water. I want Allen Robinson. Me personally, I'll take Kenny Galladay. I think we're gonna get Kenny Galladay. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. The Giants are probably gonna get Kenny Galladay. I appreciate you pulling up, Beast Mode. Yeah, this early. Yeah, y'all know me. I'm not normally live this early. I don't normally go live till 7 o'clock. But this Lord Brunson said he wanted to go live at 12 o'clock, so I went live at 12 o'clock. But y'all know I don't normally go live till like 7, 8 o'clock. This early for me. But nah, the Giants are gonna sign Kenny Galladay. If I had to put my money on it, the Giants will sign Kenny Galladay. If I had to put my money on it. Shout out to Josh Huffman. Josh Huffman says, Ravens Titans prediction. If they lose because of coaching again, I won't have the energy to explain it. If Harbaugh is so good, losses because of coaches should be very rare. Josh, I was talking about Lamar Jackson like 20 minutes ago. At the end of the day, bro, no excuses. No excuses. No excuses. I don't care about the coaching. This is 110% on Lamar Jackson, bro. It's on him. If Lamar is the guy, he better win. That's all I'm saying, bro. I don't want to see Lamar Jackson lose to Derrick Henry 2 straight. I don't want to see that. I want my man Lamar Jackson to win this game on was it Saturday or Sunday? Whatever. I want him to win the game this weekend. And I will be live for that. I will be live for that. You know what I'm saying? I will be live. Dig. You still, I don't know what game me and Dig gonna do. I don't know what game Dig gonna do. Shout out to my man Diggy. He a Giants YouTuber. He want to do a playoff game with me. So Dig, I'm definitely gonna have Dig on for one of the playoff games. Me and Authentic is gonna link up too. Authentic in the chat. Authentic said he want to link up sometime next week. So he won't be on for a playoff game, but we're gonna link up sometime next week. So, you know, along with the usual cast of characters. Boogie will be here, Pest will be here, Jagganoff gonna pop up. You know, the usual cast of characters. You know what I'm saying? The usual cast of characters in this Fisk Vegas cinematic universe. I got my own cinematic universe. What y'all got? Name another YouTuber that got a cinematic universe. You know what I'm saying? We got the FU FUCM. What you know about that? We got the FUCM. We got the Fisk Unit Cinematic Universe. And name another YouTuber that got his own cinematic universe. I'll wait. Name another YouTuber. I'll wait. Well, I'm gonna give y'all my Donald Trump upper lip face. Well, I wish I could say I do a mean Donald Trump face. Oh man, I got a mean Donald Trump face. I'm gonna do my Donald Trump. I know I don't know what you're talking about face. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do my Donald Trump. I don't know what you're talking about face. Why y'all answer that question? Shout out to James Dolan, man. James Dolan said, yeah, no excuses for Lamar. I agree. If the Giants get wide receivers and Danny struggles, there's no excuses either. I got to be fair because I'm not giving Winston. No. Daniel Jones gets 0 passes next season. 0. I'm taking the training wheels off Daniel Jones next year. If we get Daniel Jones, matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point in year 3, I don't even care. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Next year, Daniel Jones better be. I don't care if he got Walmart workers out there. Next year, in year 3, Daniel Jones better take a huge leap. There will be no excuses. No excuses. I'm holding. It's year 3. I'm holding Daniel Jones accountable. Whatever you are your 3rd year, you're not gonna get better. You don't get better after your 3rd year. You don't do that. You don't get better. You don't get better after your 3rd season. Giants fans, I want every Giants fan to turn the volume up, put your phone down, turn your TV off, put your Xbox controller in your lap. I want everybody to pay attention. If you are a Giants fan, listen to me carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Whatever Daniel Jones is in next season, whatever he is in year 3 is what he's going to be the next 10 years, whether he's a Giant or not. Whatever that boy is in year 3, that's who he is. Okay, Giants fans? So whatever we see from Daniel Jones next year, that's who he is. Whatever your quarterback does in his 3rd season, that's who he is. Year 3 is the year. That's the year. Year 3 is who you are. That's who your quarterback is. Baker Mayfield, guess what? He's going to be a game manager the rest of his career. Lamar Jackson, guess what? He's going to be a playmaker the rest of his career. Josh Allen, guess what? He's throwing 40 touchdowns the rest of his freaking career. Whatever you are in year 3, that's who you are. Trubisky, he's been the same quarterback since his 3rd year. 3rd year, he went to the playoffs. Trubisky's 3rd year was the year they went to the playoffs, and they lost to oh my gosh. Now, 3rd year Trubisky is the same inconsistent Trubisky that we saw on Sunday. Trubisky has beaten good teams his whole career, but when it comes to beating the Packers, he fold like fresh laundry. That's who he is. That's who he is. Whoever you're on your 3rd year, that's who you are. Sam Darnold, he's an injury-prone, serviceable quarterback. That's what he is. He's serviceable, but he's injury-prone. That's who he is. Jared Goff. He's been the same Jared Goff since his 3rd season. Carson Wentz in his 3rd season put up numbers, turned the ball over, and got hurt. What did Carson Wentz do this year? Put up decent numbers, turn the ball over, and he got hurt. Whatever your quarterback is in his 3rd season, that's who he is. That's who he is. Nah, but the Bears could have made the playoffs in his 3rd season if he put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? The Bears missed the playoffs Trubisky 3rd year because he couldn't beat because he couldn't beat good teams. Trubisky couldn't beat good teams. Shout out to Josh Huffman. Josh Huffman says, "Yup, that's why I won't have the energy. LOL. Sunday at 1, Lamar has to do it, but if not, they also need to fire people." Well, they're not firing Harbaugh. I'll tell you that much. They're not firing Harbaugh. And they're going to pay Lamar $45 million a year. So I hate to break it to you, Josh, but it doesn't matter what happens There will be no changes in Baltimore. There will be no changes. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, I just hope Jones succeeds because I'm worried that if he's not good, Mara will still. Yeah, pretty much. John Mara, yeah, I agree. Mara's gonna give Daniel Jones John Mara's gonna give Daniel Jones every single opportunity to succeed. The same way he did with Eli Manning. Eli Manning was throwing 4 and 5 picks a game, but he won that Super Bowl his 5th season. So the same thing they did with Eli Manning, they're gonna do with Daniel Jones. They're gonna give him the same leash they gave Eli. Shout out to Josh Huffman. Josh Huffman says, I had the strangest feeling the Browns will upset the Steelers. No, they're not. Stop. I'm so sick of that chip on the shoulder trope, especially with Baker. But right now, they have this vibe. And bro, stop. Baker Mayfield ain't beating Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh. That's not going to happen. Blake Bortles got away with that crap just for the simple fact that he had Derrick Henry in a defense that was one of the best defenses of the decade. He had Ramsey and Boye and Jockway. They had demons on that defense. Ain't no demons outside of Myles Garrett on that Browns defense. Like, chill. Now, check this out. I have little to no respect for playoff Roethlisberger. But I have less respect for Baker Mayfield. It's not going to happen. I refuse to believe it's not going to happen, bro. They're not going to happen. Shout out to Edgar. Edgar says, if you got 600, you're not getting 2K. However, if you don't get either, you can claim it on taxes and you'll get the entire amount. Facts. Well, I got to pay taxes because I'm a YouTuber. So if I've ever give them that they can keep that $2,000 because I'm gonna owe the government a good penny in a couple months when I file my taxes. So if they don't want to give me $2,000, they can keep it because I'm only gonna give it right back to them. I'm gonna be honest with you. If they send me a $2,000 check, I'm saving it for my taxes. I'm literally gonna save it for my taxes. If they send me $2,000, I'm saving it to pay my taxes with. Keeping it 100 with you. That's literally going straight to my taxes. I'm literally saving it to pay my taxes. Not even close. Because last year on YouTube, I had them take my taxes out on the 21st of every month last year. But the thing with YouTube is this. All right, I'll put it this way. When Google was taxing me, Google was taking like 55, 60% of my money. Google was taking too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it this way, right? If y'all work a job, if you go to work, this is the best way I can explain. This is why I stopped getting taxed off YouTube. All right, this is why. So when I worked at a job, all right, so let's say you work a regular 9 to 5 and you work 40 hours a week, right? So you work a regular 9 to 5, you work 40 hours a week. Let's say you make $500, right? So let's say you make $500 a week, right? That means every 2 weeks you get $1,000 check. So after you make $1,000, you're still going to see like 800 of it. So if you work 80 hours and your job cuts you a check, you're going to, out of that $1,000, you're going to see like 800 of it. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, if I made $1,000 on YouTube on the 21st, I was only going to see like 500 of it, maybe 480. YouTube was taking half my bread. That's why I stopped having YouTube tax me every month. So now when I get my YouTube checks, I get all my money. So I know I got to pay the government back money when I file taxes. The only thing is, what you have to understand is when you file your taxes, there's no such thing as I'm a YouTuber. The government don't acknowledge YouTubers as a profession. You can't go to the IR, you can't go to Jackson Hewitt or TurboTax and say, I'm a YouTuber. There's no such thing. So last year I filed as a musician. Last year. This year when I file, I'm going to file as something different. I'm gonna be like, look, do I need to claim this as gambling money? What do I need to claim this on to pay as little taxes as possible? I bought a computer, I bought a monitors for my Twitch setup. Any tax write-off, I can take, I'm taking it. I'm lying. No. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. I'm getting every tax write-off possible. Every bill, I don't care if I bought a video game. I was streaming on Twitch. So if I go buy an Xbox, I'm writing it off on my taxes. Because I got a Twitch stream. I be streaming on Twitch. Everything, my cell phone bill, my internet, every single thing I can write off, I'm writing it off. Everything. My whole life is on the internet. Everything. If I buy a pair of pants, I bought that pair of pants so I can look fresh on the live stream. I'm writing it off. I don't care. I don't care. I keep all my receipts, bro. That's the beauty of Amazon. I got all my orders. I got everything. Nah, we writing off everything. I'm trying to give the government as little money as possible. Because here's the thing. I don't make enough money to get. Here's the thing. If I cheat the government on a couple $100, they're not going to care. They're not going to bother. They're going to, you know what? He should have gave us like $5,000, but he only gave us like $4,400. The government not going to come get me. I'm not Wesley Snipes and Lil Wayne who owe the government millions of dollars. For millions of dollars, the government gonna come get you. They're not gonna come get me. They're gonna look, man, he paid his money. Let's leave him alone. So you know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if the day comes where Big Fisk get audited it, if I get audited it 2-3 years from now, I'm just gonna pay them their money. I'm not gonna fight them. I'm like, okay, yeah, I may exaggerate it. I may have misworded it, whatever. Okay, fine. Take your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting the IRS, bro. If the IRS want their money, I'm gonna give them their money. You can't run from the government. Newsflash, people. You can't run from the government. There's two things. Listen, let me tell you something. Because y'all know I like to end my live streams on the gym. I always like to give y'all a gem before I end the show. I'm going to give you 2 gems that I want y'all to remember. Okay? In America, there's 3 things in America that you cannot beat. Okay? There's 3 things in America you cannot beat. Number 1, you cannot beat the IRS. The IRS will get their money no matter what. Number 2, you cannot beat student loan companies. Student loan companies will garnish your paycheck. They will find you. They will call your job. They will take your money. They will send you emails. They will send you texts. They will get you. You cannot run from the student loan money. I tried for 10 years. They finally caught me. You can't run from them. Number 3, most importantly, for all my criminals out there, you cannot beat the feds. If the FBI come get you, take a plea. Please take a plea. You're not going to beat the federal government in court. Don't try. More richer, powerful, more scarier people than you have lost to the federal government. And number 4, I'm giving you a bonus life lesson if you live in America, because this is what I do. I like to educate the people. This is my way of educating the people. Number 4, if you're black, this is for my brothers in the show right now. If you black, you're not gonna win. They don't care about us. Okay? I'm tired of seeing black people argue with the cops like you're right, like you got rights. You ain't got no rights. He gonna shoot you and get away with it. Stop arguing with the cops like you white. I got black people out here talking about some Black Lives Matter. No, that's how you get shot. If you black, stop arguing with the cops. You ain't got no dang on rights. You don't have none. Okay? Stop. So them is my 4 gems that I want to drop on y'all. Okay? Them is my 4 gems. I hope y'all take them to the bank. You cannot you can't run from student loans. You can't run from taxes. You're not beating the federal government. And if you black, you have no rights. Okay? I hope I helped you. Shout out to Little Known Perfection. Little Known Perfection says, bruh, any other year Jefferson wins Rookie of the Year. Well, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. They're gonna give it to the quarterback, bro. Unless it was Saquon Barkley was the exception. Other than if a quarterback has a good year, they're gonna give it to the quarterback. So Justin Jefferson, you just they're gonna give it to the quarterback. So if a quarterback has a good season, Baker Mayfield was the exception. I honestly thought Baker Mayfield should have been Rookie of the Year and not Saquon Barkley. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the dude Baker Mayfield broke the rookie touchdown record. They should have gave it to him, or they should have gave it to Lamar. Rookie of the Year really shouldn't have been Saquon. It should have went to Lamar Jackson, who saved the Baltimore Raven franchise. This dude Joe Flacco had the Ravens looking like the Cleveland Browns or the Giants or whatever, and then the boy Lamar Jackson saved the franchise. And then Baker Mayfield threw like 27 touchdowns. Rookie of the Year should have went to Baker or Lamar. Saquon was an exception, but most times when you got a quarterback like Justin Jefferson, they're going to give the Rookie of the Year to the quarterback. But they hate Lamar. Media hate Lamar, so you know he wasn't going to do it. But shout out to Mac Ocha. Mac Ocha says, I didn't get one either. Stems because of income. Shaking my head. Oh, well, dang, my man Mac Ocha getting that bag. So Mac Ocha making like $100,000. You look at Mac Ocha getting money. Hey, yo, Mac Ocha, let me ask you a question. If you getting all this money, why you wear that cheap dollar store fitted hat? The Fisk you don't want to know. If my man Mac Ocha make too much money to get a stimulus check, why you rocking that dollar store fitted hat? That's all we want to know. That's all we want to know. Shout out to Mac Ocha. Mac Ocha says, these OnlyFans chicks are about to feel the pain of the IRA boot on their neck. Nah, yeah. These OnlyFans chicks, trust me. Check this out. Let me explain something to you. These OnlyFans chicks is about to feel the pain of a YouTuber. Because guess what? When y'all super chat me, all the money that y'all super chat me, I got to pay taxes on. So these little OnlyFans chicks, right? These OnlyFans chicks who be DMing y'all pictures and making y'all pay for them pictures, all those little tips that you send them did you send these little strippers and these Instagram models, all these tips that you send them, they got to pay taxes on them. The same way I got to pay taxes on the super chats that you gave me. Little Known Perfection just super chatted me $2. IRS going to want like 65 cents of that. That's a fact. So they about to, I'm shaking my butt on OnlyFans. I'm getting tips. I hope you saving that money. I hope you OnlyFans chicks is saving your money. I hope somewhere between twerking and putting on bikinis for Instagram, I hope you got a financial accountant. And YouTube. YouTube get a cut too. YouTube get a cut. YouTube get they cut off the top. And then the IRS take their money on the back end. That's what I be trying to tell you. Y'all, listen, check this out, right? I'm going to drop one more jewel on y'all before I end the stream. I'm going to drop another gem on y'all because it's 2:00 in the afternoon and I have nothing else to do because this is my job. I'm blessed enough that YouTube is my job. So I'm not going to lie to y'all and tell y'all I have something better to do. I have nothing else to do. So I'm going to drop another gem on y'all. YouTubers. I'm not going to tell you how much I make. I'm not going to tell you how much another YouTuber make. I'm just going to give you an example. YouTubers, let me tell you how this breaks down. It's for those of y'all who want to be a YouTuber and those of y'all who wonder how YouTubers get paid. YouTubers, we have ad revenue from our videos. So we get ad revenue from our videos. We get super chat money, and then we get subscription money. So, you might be a member on somebody's YouTube channel. You might super chat them. And then we get money from ads. So what ends up happening is this. YouTube takes their money off the top. So YouTube gets their money off the top. So YouTube takes our ad money and they take our super chat money and they take our membership money, our channel membership money. They take all that off the top. So you're paying YouTube. Let me see. YouTube is going to take like 60% of your ad money, and YouTube takes, I want to say, what? 40% of your channel memberships, and YouTube out of my revenue, out of my super chats, I want to say YouTube take about 30%. So YouTube takes about 30% of my super chats. It takes 40% of my channel memberships, and then it take about 60% of my ad revenue. So YouTube takes their money off the top. Then you got to pay the IRS they 40% on the back end. So if you're a YouTuber and you're making a certain amount of money, you're getting taxed out the wazoo. It's like it's literally like working for the mafia. Being a YouTuber is literally like working for the mafia. When I hit a lick, when you work for the mob, you hit a lick. You split the pie between your homies, and then you got to give it to you. Then you got to pay the mob day tax. And not only do you got to pay the mob day tax, whoever your captain is, whoever you work for. So y'all are fans of the Sopranos, right? So we're gonna use the Sopranos as an example. If you're a character on the Sopranos, let's say you work for Paulie. Let's say you and Paulie crew. If you hit a lick with Paulie, you got to pay Tony Soprano his tax off the top because Tony Soprano gives you the authority to rob whoever you just robbed, right? So Tony Soprano takes his money off the top. And then because you work for Paulie, you're a member of Paulie's crew, you give him his money for him allowing you to do the robbery in the first place. So if you get $1 million, if you do $1 million robbery, Tony Soprano get 20% off the top. Then you got to give your boss 50% of your money. So 70% of your money is gone. So if you work for the mafia and you rob somebody for $1 million, you only gonna see 300 grand of the money. Working for YouTube is literally like working for the mafia. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'll put it to you this way. You will get taxed less money punching the clock than you will working for YouTube. I promise you. Shout out to Mac Ultra. Mac Ultra says these no, I already read that one. Shout out to Joshua Huffman. Joshua Huffman says 3 Forbes. I've been beaten 3 out of 4 times I've beaten the feds representing a black dude. Something about that fancy federal courthouse catches a jury's imagination. They can be molded. Wait a minute, Joshua, you an attorney? Whoa. I didn't know that. Joshua's an attorney? You beat the feds 3 out of... Yo, bro, the feds got like a 97%... They got like a 96% conviction rate. My man Joshua, a super lawyer. I ain't know, my man Joshua is if I get in trouble, I'm calling Joshua. I'm calling Josh Huffman, bro. If I get in trouble, I'm calling Josh Huffman. This man Josh Huffman is a super lawyer. I'm calling Josh Huffman. If y'all get in trouble, we calling Josh Huffman. My man Josh Huffman done beat the government, done beat the feds 3 out of 4 times, representing a brother. Oh, nah. I ain't know. My man Josh Huffman is a super lawyer. He a super saiyan lawyer, bro. Call Josh Huffman. Shout out to my man Demario McDaniel for the $10 super sticker. I don't know what super stickers do. I wish somebody can tell me I don't know what super stickers do. That's the crazy. I don't even know what they do, but I appreciate the super sticker. I see what is this super sticker? The super sticker is a fat pear looking LOL. I don't know. It looked like that looked like Big Bertha egg or something like that. Because Big Bertha is an animal. She don't have babies like regular people. She birth them like a reptile do. Big Bertha don't have regular babies. She birth them through eggs and like one of Big Bertha eggs laughing or something like that. Shout out to Mac Ultra. Mac Ultra says, by the way, the fitted is dead. I found it in my shed. I'm glad, bro. We never need to see that fitted again, Mac Ultra. We never ever need to see that fitted again. Shout out to my man Country Frog. My man Country Frog says, if Saquon don't ball in 2021, he damaged goods. Yeah, I agree, but that don't mean we won't re-sign him. I agree 1,000%. If Saquon don't ball in 2021, I agree 1,000%. He's damaged goods, but I don't know. I still think Gettleman and Mirror are gonna pay him. And yes, Zach, me and Brunson went at it for an hour. Me and Brunson argued for the first hour of the show. Yeah, so Brunson came through for an hour, man. Shout out to Josh Huffman. Josh Huffman says, actually, I was saying your gyms were 3 out of 4 correct. I only beat the Feds 1 out of 2 times, but yes to the rest. Yo, but bro, the fact that you beat the Feds, Josh, you're not understanding. Yo, the Feds don't lose, man. The Feds do not lose. The Feds put everybody in jail. I'm not just talking about criminals. Bro, the Feds be putting rich billionaires in jail, man. The Feds get everybody except Trump. The Feds got everybody but Trump. They couldn't get the president. The Feds got everybody but Trump. When I don't know nobody who beat the Feds, bro. Don't nobody beat the Feds. Martha Stewart went to jail. Even Martha Stewart had to go to jail. When it comes to paying your taxes, when it comes to messing with the federal government, you going to jail, bro. Everybody catch the L when it comes to them, bro. Everybody. Shout out to G-Man Rising. G-Man Rising says, my biggest fear is that Saquon is damaged goods. Jones isn't the guy, and Mara sticks with him. Mara is the source of all problems. Well, here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand. I would be more worried about Saquon than I would be about Daniel Jones. Because the thing with Daniel Jones is a quarterback, which means that if Daniel Jones is that bad, we're gonna get a draft pick high enough to replace him. That's what you have to understand. If Daniel Jones is trash in 2021, we'll get a draft pick high enough to replace him. That's the thing with Daniel Jones. There's no saving Daniel Jones if he's trash. You know what I'm saying? There's no saving him. Saquon, on the other hand, Gettleman drafted him. Saquon's going to have to be a complete and utter disaster for Gettleman not to extend him. That's the thing. Because Gettleman drafted Saquon Barkley with the second pick in the draft, Saquon is going to have to be a complete and utter disaster for him not to get paid. He's gonna have to be awful not to get paid by Dave Gettleman, because Dave Gettleman took him with the second pick in the draft. I don't foresee a situation where I just can't see it. Look at Trubisky. The Bears are trying to trick themselves into paying Trubisky. When your general manager and your front office take a guy that high in a draft, it becomes an ego thing. It becomes a pride thing. So between their ego and their pride, they're going to convince themselves that he's the guy. Look what the Eagles just did. Look what the Eagles just did with Carson Wentz. Instead of just keeping Nick Foles because he won them a Super Bowl, they went and tried to justify the Carson Wentz pick, and they paid him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like front offices are always going to try to justify their top draft picks. It's what they do. Look at the Giants with Evan Ingram. The Giants are a prime example. We took Evan Ingram in the first round. We still trying to justify that. Look at Eric Flowers. We gave Eric Flowers a tryout at every position on the offensive line before we cut that dude. When you take a player like Eric Flowers or Evan Ingram, when you draft a guy in the first round like that, they're going to get every single opportunity to live up to that draft stock, unless you're Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins is the exception. Everybody but Dwayne Haskins get mad opportunity. Blake Bortles, Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, every quarterback but Haskins get leeway. Shout out to Josh. Josh Huffman says they're very tough. Going from state court to federal court is like minor leagues to the major leagues. But the juries, man, regular people. On the IRS, though, you're 100% right. Surrender. Yo, I say it to this day, man. They got my man Capone on taxes. They got bro. The IRS took down Al Capone because of taxes. Every gangster since has found a way to pay taxes. Every gangster since Al Capone has found a way to give the IRS their money. You can say what you want to. The most hardened criminal in the world find a way to pay his taxes. I swear, bro. The government made an example out of Al Capone, man. Even the gangsters play their taxes. Shout out to G-Man Rising. G-Man Rising says, Panther want to offer Leo 4 years. They can have him. I hope he take it. I hope he take it. I want Leo Williams going so bad, bro, because that money, y'all understand it. Leonard Williams is not a sack master. He's not a sack master. Understand something. If Leonard Williams was an outside linebacker or a 4-3 defensive end, give him the money. But Leonard Williams, historically speaking, is not a sack master. You only give defensive linemen that get sacks $20+ million a year. Bottom line. Shout out to Vinciano. Vinciano says, do you think the Giants will get a pass rusher in free agency, and do you and use it? All right, check this out, Vinciano. We're gonna focus on offense. Here's the thing, Vinciano. We're not getting a pass rusher. If we get a pass rusher, it'll be in the draft. We're not gonna spend a high pick on a pass rusher, and we're not gonna spend money on a pass rusher. Graham and Judge and Gettleman do not value pass rushers. That's not what Graham's defense is about. I told y'all, Graham, Gettleman, and Judge all year, last year specifically said, we don't want to spend money on one pass rusher. We want to get sacks by committee. So they have a scheme. Remember, the Patriots never paid a pass rusher. So Joe Judge doesn't believe in a pass rusher either, because the Patriots never paid a pass rusher. So, it's one of those situations where it's like they believe their secondary will create sacks. They believe if they can cover, they can get sacks. So it's really just comes down to the defensive philosophy to why we're not going to get a pass rusher as our main priority. As far as the wide receiver goes, yeah, we're getting a wide receiver. I don't know how, I don't know who, and I don't know when, but we're getting a wide receiver. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, remember, Mara didn't let us take Tunsil because of weed. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but you know what, though? At the end of the day, bro, offensive linemen are all about coaching. And I'm convinced that offensive line is about coaching, because Andrew Thomas was trash until Joe Judge started working with him personally. Until Joe Judge took a hands-on approach with the offensive line, it was trash. So I'm just going to be honest with you. If you got the right coaching staff, you can make any offensive line better. Steve Scarnecchia in New England made them offensive lines look good for a long time. Nah, Dig, don't even put that in the atmosphere, homie. Yo, Dig, don't even put that in the atmosphere, bro. We drafting a wide receiver. Don't even put that in the atmosphere. Shout out to my man, Crunchy. Crunchy says, Zach Ertz is a good temporary Ingram replacement. No. Giants fans, stop. Please, I want to cry. Giants fans, stop. Okay? It's a tight end. They're not relevant. You can go draft some random in the third round and catch balls on third down. All your tight end got to do is not drop balls. Not every tight end need to be Travis Kelce. Not every tight end need to be Darren Waller. All your tight end need to do is catch balls on third down. That's it. All Evan Ingram had to do was catch the balls that was thrown to him on third down. That's all your tight end got to do. We don't need no ground. We don't need Rob Gronkowski. We don't need no We don't need George Kittle. We don't need no freaking elite tight end. We need a tight end that can catch on third down. That's it. That is it. Yeah, Kevin Balls. We need Kevin Balls. There we go. You know what I'm saying? We don't need, we could take Dalton Schultz to be just fine. We don't need no freaking star tight end. Can the tight end catch on third down? Boom, we good. What's the dude name? What's the white boy name? What's the white boy name that took over for Evan Ingram last year? Caden Smith. Yes, Evan Ingram got hurt last year, and Caden Smith was balling. Caden Smith was getting like 100 yards a game the last month of the season, bro. Logan Thomas was a quarterback on the Giants roster, and now he's balling in Washington as a tight end. Look at Logan Thomas. Come on, bro. Like at the end of the day, all your tight end got to do is catch. Your tight end don't need to be Travis Kelce or George Kittle. Catch the ball on third down. Can you catch? I don't care if you fast. You don't got, bro. I watched Jason Witten run 5-yard out routes his whole career, and he's walking into the Hall of Fame. So you don't even need to be athletic at tight end. Can you catch? Can you catch? That's how I feel about the tight end position. Shout out and besides, Zach Ertz is trash. If Zach Ertz was good, they would have paid him in Philly. Zach Ertz is trash. At least if Evan Ingram dropped balls, he dropping balls for cheap. At least Evan Ingram is cheap. If we paid Zach Ertz, he better not drop nothing. Zach Ertz better not drop nothing. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, I'm fine with Garrett coming back. DJ learned the system. Putting him in a new system isn't good. Get weapons in the offense to be fine. I ain't gonna go that far. If another team want to hire Jason Garrett, by all means, please hire Jason Garrett. I ain't gonna go that far. If another team want Jason Garrett, by all means, take him. But I do agree that when Jason Garrett gets Saquon Barkley and Jason Garrett gets a number one receiver, I do believe the offense would be better. So I do agree with that part. I do believe the offense would be better with a number one receiver and Saquon Barkley. That I will say. But trust me, if the LA Chargers want to hire Jason Garrett, by all means, LA, take Jason Garrett. I'm not going to stop you. If y'all want to hire Jason Garrett, by all means, take Jason Garrett. And I don't know. And here's the thing. I don't know what Patrick Graham's contract situation was, but bro, you got Robert Salah and Eric Bieniemy out there. Them is two minority head coaching candidates with more pedigree than Patrick Graham. I promise you, Patrick Graham wasn't going nowhere, bro. He wasn't going nowhere. I mean, I'm happy he got a bag. Don't get it twisted. I'm happy Patrick Graham got a bag. But y'all act like the NFL hire black coaches on a regular basis. NFL wasn't about to hire no Patrick Graham. So let me get it straight. Eric Bieniemy has to get a job because they passed on him last year. Robert Salah might have to get a job because you know he's been the hot defensive coordinator, took the 49ers to a Super Bowl. He embarrassed Kyler Murray on Saturday. Robert Salah, he might get a job. So that's two minorities right there. When's the last time the NFL had an offseason where they hired 3 minority head coaches? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah. I heard we could have, listen, hey, Viciano, I heard we could have got Stephen Gilmore for Evan Ingram. I think the Patriots wanted Evan Ingram in a draft pick, and we could have had Stephen Gilmore. Why the Giants didn't do that, I don't know. But I heard that the Patriots wanted Evan Ingram in a draft pick for Stephen Gilmore. Why the Patriots didn't do it? No. Why the Giants didn't do it? I don't know. But Bradbury and Stephen Gilmore, please. Because my whole thing is this. At the end of the day, you can pay Stephen Gilmore the money that you're going to give to Leonard Williams. Giants fans. No, it's not even a Giants fan. Everybody in the chat right now. Let me ask everybody in the chat. Would y'all have ever had Leonard Williams or Stephen Gilmore? You feel me? Come on, bro. I'd rather give Stephen Gilmore that money than Leonard Williams. And here's the thing with Leonard Williams. I don't think Leonard Williams is a bad player. I just think he wants too much money for what he does. Leonard Williams is a disruptor. He's just a disruptor. He's more of a run stopper. He's not a pass rusher. If Leonard Williams could go rush from the outside and get 12 sacks a season, I'd shut up. But as far as I'm concerned, could you imagine Bradbury and Gilmore? Bro, with a Legion of Boom. Bradbury, Gilmore with Xavier McKinney and Jabril Peppers with a Legion of Boom, bro. We are the LOB. We are literally the LOB at that point. Shout out to Giants Nation. Giants Nation says Saquon better ball because I'm still mad at 2017. Bro, I told y'all we could have had Josh Allen. Listen, I love Daniel Jones to death. But could y'all imagine how much of a demon Josh Allen would be right now? All right, here's what I'm trying to say, right? This is the only, and this is the last thing I'm going to say because we about to wrap up because I really got to get something to drink. But here's what I'm going to say. Josh Allen was a bum for 2 seasons. Josh Allen was terrible his first 2 years. And then they got him Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen was Stephon Diggs as an MVP candidate, right? So here's my question to Giants fans. If we drafted Josh Allen with the second pick, he would have had Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, and Odell Beckham. So he's coming into a situation with Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. So my question to Giants fans is this. If the Giants have taken Josh Allen with the weapons that we already had in place, how good is he in year 3? How much of a demon is Josh Allen right now in year 3 with the weapons that the Giants had in 2018? Let that sink in. So when the next time you think about Saquon Barkley, I want y'all to think about how much of an animal Josh Allen would have been by now if the Giants had taken him in 2018. Let that sink in. Just let it sink in. If the Giants had drafted Josh Allen with Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepard already there, imagine how good we'd be. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Crunchy. Crunchy says we rolling the dice with Saquon. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, Crunchy, look, bro, all I'm gonna say is this. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna be honest with you, Crunchy, because there's a piece of me that feels like, bro, Adrian Peterson was just fine after his broken leg. I'm gonna be honest. Look, bro. Look, here's what I'm gonna say. If he balls, where I feel, I don't, because if Saquon, here's the thing: if Saquon has a great season, Alvin Kamara just got $70 million. I don't want to pay Saquon $70-80 million. So there's a piece of me that actually hopes Saquon has an average season so we don't have to pay him that much money. Saquon is a tricky situation because it's like if Saquon has an all-time great season and he looks like rookie year Saquon Barkley, he's going to want Alvin Kamara money. Alvin Kamara just got $70 million from the Saints. I don't want to pay no running back $70 million. So there's a piece of me that feels like I kind of hope Saquon is an average player. I don't want to say average, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. Saquon is tough. The Saquon conundrum, that's tough. That's tough. I don't know how to feel about the Saquon thing. That's tough. But shout out to James Dolan. People forget Saquon was getting all those stats because defense focused on Odell. I trade Peppers and Dexter Lawrence to get you. Ain't lying. I trade Dexter Lawrence, Jabril Peppers, and like a second round pick to get Odell back right now. They can have Zeitler too. I give them Zeitler. I give them Peppers. I give them Dexter Lawrence. I give them whatever. Just bring Odell back to the Giants. I don't keep it 150,000. Would you bring Odell back, Daniel Jones, or Odell back? Please. We'd be lit. We'd be super lit. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, and Giants fans, I hope y'all know any wide receiver we get is going to be a diva. People complain about Odell being a diva. Look at Julio, Tyreek, and you know every wide receiver is a diva, bro. Marvin Harrison, even Marvin Harrison was shooting up car washes. I mean, outside of Larry Fitzgerald, I don't know any wide receivers that don't come with drama. Every wide receiver except for Larry Fitzgerald come with some kind of drama, bro. I just don't. Other than Larry Fitzgerald, every receiver comes with drama. Like, I mean, like, I'm not. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill, man. Every receiver come with drama. If your name ain't Larry Fitzgerald or like Reggie Wayne, you gonna come with drama, bro. Like, it's come on, man. Like, stop. You're authentic, you're wrong. Actually, authentic, you're wrong. Because remember, 2018, he only played 12 games. He only played 12 games in 2018. So imagine how. So my whole thing is this, authentic. My thing with Odell Beckham was this. Odell Beckham with a quarterback that knew how to use him was a demon. Imagine how good Odell Beckham would have been authentic if he never left the Giants. Because Daniel Jones is a better down the field thrower than Baker Mayfield. So my thing is this, authentic. You just said that Odell Beckham's numbers in 18 and 19 are identical. You're right, but the difference is Odell played 16 games in 2019. It took Odell 16 games to get 1,000 yards of Baker Mayfield. Let that sink in, authentic. Washed up Eli got Odell Beckham 1,000 yards in 12 games. Let that sink in. Oh, Baker Mayfield and his young on the rise Baker Mayfield took 16 weeks to get Odell 1,000 yards. So I agree, and authentic, and that's the point I'm trying to make to you. Odell Beckham is not washed. I agree with Odell Beckham's not washed. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, Odell Beckham, if he never leaves the Giants, Odell Beckham is getting 12, 1,300. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm glad authentic. Authentic. I'm glad you brought this up, bro. So check this out. Giants fans, let me ask y'all a question. Or football, let me just ask football fans as a whole. If you're a fan of football, I want to ask you a question. I'm glad authentic brought this up. I want to ask y'all a question. Daniel Jones rookie year, 2019. Daniel Jones rookie year, right? Darius Slayton had what, like 700 yards and like 10 touchdowns? Like 700 yards, like 8, 9, 10 touchdowns, right? So let me get it straight. So y'all following me, right? So if Daniel Jones in his rookie season, if he got rookie 5th round pick, Darius Slayton, 700 yards and 9 touchdowns, 700 yards and 9 touchdowns, right? That means if Daniel Jones in his rookie year had Odell Beckham is like 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns. I just want to let y'all know that. If Odell Beckham is on the Giants with Daniel Jones, he's like 1,500 yards and he's like 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns. I just want to let you know that. Odell is not washed. Odell is not a bum. Odell's playing with Baker Mayfield. That's not fair to Odell, bro. Because when Odell was in New York, Odell was putting up numbers. I'll take Odell back on the Giants right now, bro. After seeing what Joe Judge did to Golden Tate, I don't think Odell's gonna act up on the Giants. After seeing what Joe Judge did to Golden Tate, I'm not worried about Odell acting up on the Giants, bro. No, I'm saying after my man Joe Judge stripped Golden Tate of his manhood, could you imagine what he do to Odell? I think Odell will fall in line like everybody else if he was on the Giants. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Odell will fall in line if he was on the Giants. Nah, his team, the players on the Giants never hated Odell. Pat Shurmur hated Odell, bro. Pat Shurmur and Gettleman hated Odell. The team never hated Odell. Pat Shurmur and Gettleman hated Odell. The team never hated Odell. Shurmur and Gettleman hated Odell. The team never hated Odell. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Odell was never a bad teammate. He was just immature. Odell was just immature. He was never a bad teammate. He was just immature. It's like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Is that like Authentic said? Like Odell wanted to win on a team full of losers. Authentic is 1,000% right. And shout out to Dig and Authentic are 1,000% right. Odell wanted to win, but they was losers. Shout out to Diggy and Authentic, man. Like they right. Odell wanted to win, but he was on a team. The team was losing. That's all that really came down to. The team just was losing. And I hate when people say the Giants won the Odell trade. Anybody who says the Giants won the Odell trade don't understand. Don't actually get what Dave Gettleman did. Whoever says the Giants won the Odell Beckham trade are just looking at the trade. If you look at the trade, we won the trade. If you look at the trade in a vacuum, if you just take the trade in a vacuum, the Giants won the trade. But what the people who say the Giants won the trade don't pay attention to is this. We could have franchise tagged Landon Collins. We didn't need Jabril Peppers. The boy Snacks is still clogging up the run to this day. Snacks Harrison is actually playing on a playoff team right now, ladies and gentlemen. Snacks Harris is still doing his thing to this day. We didn't need Dexter Lawrence at number 17. What Odell needed was Daniel Jones. So at the end of the day, what you have to understand is just because the Giants got back a couple of players, we got back a couple of players that we didn't need. We didn't need Dexter Lawrence. We didn't need Jabril Peppers. We already had Landon Collins and Snacks. So at the end of the day, what you have to understand is the Giants, like, oh my gosh, bro. And we got rid of JPP. You know, see, the more I think about what the Giants did, Snacks asked out Authentic because we sucked. We sucked. And you gotta understand, he cleaned house of all Jerry Reese players except for Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is and Sterling Shepard. So Evan Ingram and Sterling Shepard are the only two Giants players that survived from the Jerry Reese era. JPP, Collins, Snacks, Janoris Jenkins. The dude cut Janoris Jenkins for calling somebody a retard on Twitter. Let that sink in. He cut Janoris Jenkins for calling somebody a retard on Twitter. Giants fans, Janoris Jenkins looked good in New Orleans, don't he? I wonder how many Giants fans, listen, Giants fans, after seeing what that bozo DeAndre Baker did, wouldn't it have been nice to still have Janoris Jenkins? Wouldn't it still been nice to have Janoris Jenkins? Janoris Jenkins and Bradbury would have looked pretty good to me. Janoris Jenkins and Bradbury would have looked pretty good to me. We could have gave Logan Ryan money. We could have gave that to Jenkins. Logan Ryan's making more money than Janoris Jenkins right now. Let that sink in. So if you want to know why I said we should have fired Dave Gettleman, let's not forget our biggest hole was number 2 corner, and they cut Jenkins because he called somebody a retard on Twitter. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'll wait. So, I mean, Gettleman, look, bro, at the end of the day, I'm not in the mood to talk about some of the stupid things that Gettleman has done. But Gettleman has done a lot more stupid stuff. Listen, Gettleman did two good things. The only two things that Dave Gettleman did was get Daniel Jones and get Joe Judge. Dave Gettleman only did two good things. He got Daniel Jones, he got Joe Judge. Other than that, he's been terrible. Other than Daniel Jones and Joe Judge, Dave Gettleman has been terrible. He's been terrible. Bottom line. JPP should still be a giant. Janoris Jenkins can still be a giant. Landon Collins, maybe not still be a giant, whatever. I still think we could have just franchise tagged him. I don't know how much we would have paid him. We could have franchise tagged him. Snacks could still be a giant, which I don't understand what Dave Gettleman has done. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I'm really am hungry and I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. The one thing I want to know, one thing I want Giants fans to understand, and this is why you listen to Fisk Vegas, because Fisk Vegas is the only one that's gonna tell you the truth. I'm giving y'all the red pill right now. Giants fans, I'm giving you the red pill. After I tell you this might ruin your day. Okay? All Dave Gettleman did was replace the people he got rid of. Dave Gettleman has yet to actually build a team. All Dave Gettleman did was replace players that he got rid of. Dave Gettleman hasn't actually done anything. All Dave Gettleman has done is replace players he got rid of. That's it. You know why it took Dave Gettleman 3 years to build an offensive line, Giants fans? It took Dave Gettleman 3 years to build an offensive line, Giants fans, because instead of building the offensive line from day one, he's been trying to replace Landon Collins with Jabril Peppers. He's been trying to replace JPP with Leonard Williams. He's been trying to replace Jenkins with Bradbury. He's been trying to replace Nate Solder with Andrew Thomas. Yeah, we drafted a left tackle with the 4th pick in the draft when we already had the highest paid left tackle in the league. So if you want the red pill, Giants fans, you know why we suck right now? We suck right now because our GM doesn't know what he's doing. There you go. Shout out to Hakeem Delph. Fizz, am I doing a power recap? No. Nah, not doing a power recap. But shout out to my man Kane. I love Kane and Power. Shout out to my man Kane and Power. Odell better than Slayton, Collins better than Peppers, Jenkins better than Yidam, JPP better than Leonard Williams. We could have had this team with Pat Mahomes. Tell me that. Yeah, but Pat Mahomes wasn't Gettleman fault. Pat Mahomes was more of a mirror thing. John Mara didn't want Pat Mahomes, so that was more of a John Mara thing. I'm not gonna blame that wasn't no Gettleman. That was a Mara. Mara loved Eli Manning, so that was one. That was one of those situations. That wasn't a Gettleman thing. That was a Mara thing. But I do agree, Mahomes with Odell Beckham would have been filthy. But I don't know though, man. I don't know though. This team been. Here's the thing. You gotta understand. Are we sure Mahomes could have been good under a bad Giants team? Because remember, Mahomes only knows talent in Kansas City. I don't know how good Mahomes would have been if he comes to the Giants and Evan Ingram drop balls every time, and all he got is Odell Beckham. I don't know. That's debatable. Wait a minute. What? Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says Trump supporters just attacked the Congress building and they bring in the military out to stop them. There's some crazy stuff. Are you serious? What? Are you serious? You're lying, right? Wait, you're lying. Hold on, time out. You lying, right? You can't. Wait a minute. Hold on. What? What do you mean Trump supporters attacked the Congress building? What do you mean by attack the Congress building? Whoa, what do you mean? I'm confused. Wait a minute. What? Oh, word? Oh. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, this is dope. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Yeah. This is dope. I love this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, white folks. Yeah, hey, yo, white folks, go ahead, do your thing, because I want to see what Trump said. Because when Black Lives Matter was going on, he had nothing but negative things to say about black folks. I want to see what Trump said about the people attacking the Congress building. So I want all you crazy white folks that love Donald Trump, go ahead and please attack the Capitol building. I want to know what Trump got to say, and I want to know what Biden got to say. Because when black folks was marching for George Floyd, they had nothing but negative things to say about us. Oh, please protect us from the angry black people who are burning our buildings down. Please protect us from the angry black people that are setting fire to our local stores. No. Y'all called us savages. Y'all called black folks animals when we protested over the summertime. All these crazy white folks trying to shut down. Could you imagine if a bunch of black people in Black Lives Matter t-shirts just went to the Senate building? We'd be shot down like terrorists. Are you kidding me? Please let a bunch of black folks attack a government building. We getting shot down like animals. Please. I can't wait to see what Trump got to say about this. I can't wait. I'm curious what Trump got to say about this. Because if black folks took down a government building, we getting sniped from roofs. We all kind of stuff. Why are they not getting shot? That's what I want to know. Because if black people did this, we be getting shot right now. A white dude took a rifle and killed 2 people and walked right by the cops like it didn't happen. And you mean to tell me they can rush a government building and live to tell about it? Please. Only in America. A 17-year-old white boy can gun down people for no reason, walk by the cops like it didn't happen. But black folks can't even survive a speeding ticket without getting shot by a cop. But yet these white folks can go down here and shut down the Senate over a vote. My people get murdered, and we supposed to shut up and eat it and do nothing about it. But white folks can go down there and shut down a building over a vote? Black folks is marching because an innocent man got murdered. George Floyd got murdered for 8 minutes on television. It's on TV. George Floyd got murdered. He got kneed on for 8 minutes. And we were wrong for marching, but they could go march on a building over a vote? Man, please. Only in America. Shout out to Giants Nation. Giants Nation says, what if Russell Wilson would come back to NYG in 2018? That would have been dope. Listen, I'm pro Russell Wilson, bro. Russell Wilson throwing the Odell Beckham. Listen, bro, it's the same thing. You see what he's doing to DK Metcalf. So if Russell Wilson was on the Giants, it's the same thing. Russell Wilson would have done the same thing with Odell that he's doing with DK Metcalf. So if we would have traded for Russell Wilson in 2018, it would have been the same thing. It would have been the same thing. The same thing he doing for DK Metcalf, he would have did. Same thing with Darius Slayton. No shot at Daniel Jones. I don't want to take a shot at Daniel Jones here because I think Daniel Jones is an up-and-coming quarterback. But Russell Wilson would have made Darius Slayton a better player. because Russell Wilson is better than Daniel Jones. Like if we had traded for Russell Wilson was 6, 7, 8 years into the league. So Russell Wilson would have turned Darius Slayton into a goon. He would have turned Odell even better. Russell Wilson, he's that good. He's that good of a quarterback. So the Giants would have been way better with Russell Wilson. Yo, what up, Kool-Aid? Shout out to James Dolan. He says, facts. Black folks ain't never did no ish like this. Hey, man, look, I'm going to get back to sports. But because I'm not a politician. Listen, check this out. I want everybody in the chat to understand something. I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. So I'm not a politician, but I'm as pro-black as it gets. I'm not a politician, but I am as pro-black as it gets. Okay, I'm not a politician, but I am as pro-black as it gets. So if you're a Trump supporter, don't feel offended. If you're a Democrat, don't call me a sellout because I didn't vote for Joe Biden. All right, so if you're a Democrat, don't call me a sellout because I didn't vote for Biden. Because I personally think how Biden, a white man, gonna say you not black if you don't vote for me? I still don't understand how Biden got away with saying if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you not black. Shut up. And then as far as the Republicans go, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a politician. Okay, I'm not a politician. I'm pro-black. Anything you hear me say that seems political, it has nothing to do with politics. I'm just pro-black. All right. So if you're a Republican, don't get offended. If you're a Democrat, don't get offended. I'm just pro-black. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to James Dolan. They go inside. They got inside, bro. They got the city on lockdown. That's a shame. That's crazy, bro. I mean, that's crazy. Shout out to Tekken. Tekken says thoughts on Trevor Lawrence going to Duval. I mean, look, listen, check this out with the Texans, right? If you get Urban Meyer, if you get Urban Meyer or like a good head coach, then it'll work. But Trevor Lawrence is not going to save you from bad coaching. So my thoughts, Tekken, is this: if the Jaguars can get the right head coach, okay, if the Jaguars can get the right head coach, it's the only way it's going to work. If the Jaguars butcher the head coach, I don't care how good Trevor Lawrence is, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because what people have to remember is this. Sam Darnold had the same hype around him as Trevor Lawrence. And this is why I hate the NFL draft sometimes, because it's like every single year there's a Trevor Lawrence, there's an Andrew Luck. Jameis Winston was supposed to be can't miss. Yeah, do y'all remember how much hype was around Jameis and Mariota? I don't think y'all remember how much hype was around Jameis and Mariota. Look at how much hype was around Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. These quarterbacks come out every single. I'm gonna put my entire YouTube reputation on the line right now. I will quit YouTube if there's not another Trevor Lawrence in the 2022 draft. I'll quit YouTube. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that by August, there will be another Trevor Lawrence that somebody should be tanking for. I will bet you my bottom dollar that by August, there will be another Trevor Lawrence that somebody is going to tank for. There's a Trevor Lawrence in every single freaking draft. The question is, do you have the right coach to make him look good? And the second question is, do you take the right quarterback? Any quarterback can succeed under the right circumstances. Unless you're somebody like Dwayne Haskins and you just have a horrible work ethic, most quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, if you have the right coaching staff and that player works hard enough, he's going to succeed. So to answer your question, Trevor Lawrence comes a dime a dozen. There's a million Trevor Lawrences. The question is your head coach good enough to groom him into what he wants to be? Is your head coach a good enough head coach? Is your GM going to put the talent around him he needs to succeed? So the question isn't Trevor Lawrence. Of course, Trevor Lawrence has the talent. The question is the coach and the GM, are they going to do their job and put the right things around him? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to your coach. It comes down to your GM. That's what it comes down to. Johnny Manziel just as good as Baker Mayfield. Are you kidding? Johnny Manziel they're the same player. I mean, come on, bro. Relax. Chill. Like, stop. Stop. Didn't Johnny Manziel, hold on, so let me get it straight. Johnny Manziel got drafted what, like 21st or 22nd, right? I think Cleveland took Johnny Manziel with the 21st or the 22nd pick, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he went in the 20s. I don't know. I can't remember where Johnny Manziel went, but Johnny Manziel went in the 20s, right? He went in the 20s. You could talk all the negative things you want to say about Johnny Manziel. Just remember something. I just want y'all to remember something. Baker Mayfield was not supposed to be a first round pick. At least Johnny Manziel was an actual projected first round pick. Baker Mayfield wasn't supposed to go in the first round. This dude, Hugh Jackson, saw Baker Mayfield whistle to his wide receivers and they lined up at the line of scrimmage. He called in a Pied Piper and then he drafted on number 1. Sam Darnold was the highest graded quarterback in that draft. Then not Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, and Josh Allen all had higher grades than Baker Mayfield. The point I'm trying to get to y'all is nobody knows what the draft, bro. You don't know. The draft is like, it's mad hit or miss, bro. Shout out to James Dolan. James Dolan says, to be honest, I hope Justin Fields succeeds, bro. I heard the Niners might trade up and get him. If that happens, he'll have to. Yo, if the 49ers get Justin Fields, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yo. Now, hold on. Time out. Wow. Are you serious? Yo. Hey, y'all, look at you. They fighting the cops. I'm done. I'm done. They fighting the cops. I'm done. Yo, bro, I'm done. I'm done. Yo, authentic. You know I'm about to go off on Twitter, right? Oh man, I'm about to go off on Twitter. I'm oh my gosh. When I end this stream, I'm going off on Twitter. Bro, authentic. I just saw the tweet you sent me, bro. I'm going off on Twitter. I'm going off. I'm going off on Twitter when this stream is done. Yeah. Shout out to Terrell Young. Nah, if Justin Fields ends up in 49ers, it's a wrap. But shout out to Terrell Young. Kansas City offensive coordinator. Oh, they gave Bieniemy the job. And you know what? I want to say something. Real quick. Shout out to the Jets. So you saying they gave Bieniemy the job? So Bieniemy, is that a fact? Yo, did that really happen? They gave Eric Bieniemy the Jets job. Is that for real? Wait a minute, is that for real? Authentic, authentic. Let me ask you a question. Authentic. Just know something. If they look like, yo, wait a minute, is that somebody sitting down in the what the? hold on, time. Yo, I'm getting mad. I'm getting upset. I'm sorry. I'm trying not. I don't want YouTube to take my video down. So I'm not gonna speak on what's going on in the Senate, but for so much because I don't want YouTube to take the video down. What I might have, I don't like YouTube is funny about stuff like that, so I don't want to say too much. I might have to re-upload this with just me and Lord Brunson part because I know YouTube be acting funny. But all I'm gonna say is this, bro. All I'm gonna say is this: if they look like me, if those people at the Senate look like me right now, they be dead. That's all I'm gonna say. Them people at the Senate, if they was my skin color, they be shot down. I'm like, yeah, bro. Could you imagine if a bunch of black people went to the Senate? We would, yo, they had the National Guard in there shooting us down right now, bro. Trump will be on national television calling us all kind of animals, all kind of criminals, all kind of stuff. This is getting on my nerves. I'm offended. As a black man in America, I'm offended right now. Because if this is a bunch of black people, we be getting called all kind of terrorists. We be getting called all kind of thugs, all kind of what's that? Maniacs. They be calling us angry because you know they like to call black people angry. They be calling us all kind of stuff, bro. How did they take the Senate? So, so let me get it straight. Hold on. I'm about to end the stream. I'm ending the stream. I'm gonna end the stream on this note because now I'm getting frustrated. I'm gonna end the stream on this note. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question right quick. Let me ask you a question. So you mean to tell me white Trump supporters can take over the Senate, but if another country sent their army in here to take over the Senate, they be gunned down? If a bunch of black folks try to take over the Senate, we be gunned down. But white Trump supporters can do it? I rest my case. What we really talking about right now? So let me ask y'all a question. If everybody at the Senate right now is not a terrorist, so if everybody at the Senate right now is not being labeled a terrorist and a threat to the country's safety, who's really the threat? Who's really the aliens? Who's really the visitors on in this country right now? Let me ask y'all a question. If those people at the Senate right now, let me ask you a question. Is this Trump's America or is this the people's America? What we really talking about? That's what I want to know. What we really talking about? Whose America is it? I thought this was a democracy. I'm confused. Somebody got to make this make sense. Somebody please make this make sense. Because either my country is soft, so either the military is soft, so the military is soft. So either the military is soft, our capital. This is in Washington, where we hold our most important meetings. I'm curious. I'm curious. So either they're soft or they're allowing it. Either they're soft or they're allowing it. Last question. And shout out to Terrell Young. Terrell Young says they're a setup for something that this is going to be perfect. A storm, perfect. How they storm the Capitol. Someone was pulling string. Why someone outlet talk on Twitter? Oh, okay, Terrell Young. Okay. I get. All right, Terrell Young. I got you. You said watch outlet talk on Twitter. Okay, I got you. But I'm gonna end the stream on this. What was I about to say? I'm gonna end the stream on this, right? When a white cop shoots a black man, all right, when a white cop shoot a black man, nothing happens. All right, when a white cop shoots a black man, Breonna Taylor, all that stuff. When a white cop shoots a black man, nothing happens. I'm curious if the cops start shooting some of these, if the cops start firing on some of these terrorists at the Senate right now, are they going to jail? I'm curious. All the police immunity rules, all those police have the right to defend themselves. All those accidents that the police are allowed to have on black lives, can they have them on people at the Senate right now? I'm curious. I'm just asking. I'm asking as a black man. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm asking as a black man right now. As a black man, I want to know, with those same mistakes that you make with our lives, can you make that mistake on the people at the Senate right now? Because I don't watch the LAPD go into the hood and beat down a whole bunch of black folks like it's nothing. I ain't never seen cops this shook. I'm watching cops stand by and get punked. I ain't never seen the cops this scared of a black man. Cops ain't never been this scared of a black man before. I ain't never seen this many people in uniforms be this scared of a black man. I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know right now. I'm asking. I'm speaking as a black man. That's all. I'm just speaking as a black man. I want to know. As a black man, I want to know. I just want to know. I ain't never seen the cops get pumped by no black man before. Man, this bothering me, bro. Man, this kind of ruined my. I ain't even gonna lie. This kind of ruined my afternoon, man. Unbelievable. 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 But we up out of here, man. I hope y'all have a safe. If you in Washington, stay in your house, man. If you the wrong skin color, stay in your house. If you in Washington, please. You know what I'm saying? If you in Washington, if you the wrong skin color, stay in your house. Shout out to James Dolan. He said, meanwhile, a black kid gets shot for tea and Skittles. You ain't lying. You was not lying. But we up out of here, man. Y'all be safe, man. Y'all be safe out there.